Are you doing game blank or simulation blank?
You could do film blank. I'll show you where.
Oh, film.
Yeah, I got you. I'll show you in a bit. Check, 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 check. Okay, sweet. That's recording. That's recording. That's recording. Okay, sweet.
You want me to strike these chairs?
No, you're good. We'll probably need them for like later when I show you the actual like set.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. I think what we'll do is kind of go over a couple more things in Unreal that I think are pretty handy and important to know. And then once we get through those, I'll kind of talk more about like render stream and how that integrates with Disguise. Render stream is essentially basically how you would launch an Unreal scene up on these walls and have it kind of map perfectly. But just going over kind of what we covered a little bit yesterday. So talked about the Epic Games launcher and how Unreal kind of lives in this launcher the same way that you would launch a video game. Over here is your versions. Since you guys have it installed, I can actually show you what it's like to launch 5.6 and kind of walk you through, creating a project now. So let's go do that real quickly just so you guys can make your own project. Okay.
Download Unreal,
Yeah, but it's cool because you're on a MacBook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Macs have like this weird thing that you also need to install called Xcode, and so I can do that at the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah. But for now, I guess if you want to like kind of shoulder over Lucas or Mac,
I accidentally opened a project. I clicked create, and so it's just like 45% of the way loading some random thing that I clicked.
Okay.
Well, as soon as it opens up, I can just close out and get back to the project browser.
Yeah, or you could use that project too, whichever one. Do you know which one you made?
I have no idea what it's about.
Okay, all good.
Oh, you were creating your own thing?
Yeah. I think he either opened one that existed already, or he might have created like a new one and just kind of rolled with it. Either way, it should be fine.
Well,
if you haven't created one, what's that? Okay, you probably opened up like a template project for sure.
Okay,
which again, it's totally cool because you can still work in the same one. But if you did want to go back, I would say we'll start with in the film template, and then we'll probably just click like the blank one, I guess. And go with there.
All right, so new project.
Yeah, new projects, and then it should show you a bunch of different templates, like games, film, video, that sort of
Should I
thing.
just do a blank film?
Yeah, exactly. And then the bottom, it should probably by default be called like my project, which is fine. Okay, sweet. So let me know when you guys have the project up and running. And don't be worried if it takes a while. This computer just is a little bit spec'd out to be a little bit faster. So.
Initializing Python.
Let's see. Okay, cool. Lucas is good.
Okay, I'm in.
Sweet. Awesome. So this is a blank project, like I said yesterday. You should know it's a blank because it'll come with some actors, notably a sky, and then it'll have a floor with a procedural dev grid material on it. So that's what the checkerboard. One thing I did want to talk about is that Unreal, because it's an open source game engine, a lot of people who use it often want to implement their own tools the same way that somebody who uses iOS wants to develop their own apps. So Unreal has the same thing, and that is called plugins. You can access your plugins by just clicking the third tab, which is called Edit. So actually the second tab. And you'll see that you have these three buttons: Editor Preferences, Project Settings, Plugins, and Plugins is the third one, so we'll click that. And you'll know you're in your plugins window because it has a bunch of these different plugins, and they all kind of have this power plug icon.
The like Whitney and Crisali?
Yeah, or John.
Are they not at their desks? They must be in a meeting. What
Okay.
do you need something? Can we help with anything?
No, totally cool right now.
Okay.
Well,
Mm.
thanks, guys. See you guys Monday.
See ya.
Oh wait, you want to edit?
There you go, plugins, yeah, there you go.
File.
So I don't think it matters, but on mine when I go to edit,
Yep.
I have project settings and plugins, but I didn't have like one of the options you have.
Editor preferences, that's
Yeah.
fine. I think that's
Probably just a
that might
version.
be a version with Mac versus
Gotcha,
PC.
gotcha.
Just gonna close the door real quick.
Yeah.
Version view.
Yeah, exactly. It's specific to me.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Editor preferences is basically just another version of settings that kind of allow you to change and configure your GUI. So if for whatever reason like you weren't happy with your editor layout and like you want to make this dark gray like blue or something.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I see,
yeah.
exactly.
So that's kind of like what that is.
Not critical.
I would say no. No, I mean, I haven't worked on the Mac version particularly, so I'm not sure like why they wouldn't include that, but that's really all kind of you would ever go through for that. But yeah, plugins window. So like I said, you'll know that you're inside because you have these icons with a plug in it, and so all of these ones that you see here are the ones that are native to Unreal Engine. There's 710 plugins that Unreal comes with pre-installed. Now, depending on what you're doing, obviously you won't have everything enabled, but for some use cases, you might want to have some turned on and some turned off. The other thing with plugins is that plugins are still continuously developed, and they're also being developed by third parties. So this is kind of what I mean when I say like we need to be careful with which version of Unreal we install, because certain plugins will only work with certain versions, which is why I never really update to 5.7 or 5.8 or any of the latest betas, just to make sure that the plugins that I'm working with are compatible with this version. But there's some really cool ones that you have. We're going to enable the modeling tools plugin, and you probably already have it enabled. So you'll know it's enabled if you see this check mark right here.
Modeling tools editor mode.
Yes, exactly.
Beta. Oh yeah, it says.
The other one we want enabled just to test out is this color corrections region plugin. And you'll see I'm just searching in the box up above to make sure that it's enabled.
You said we do want the color corrections enabled?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
And then let's see. Let's try to find one that we haven't enabled yet. So let's see here. Something that we could use. Do you have 3D text maybe? Okay, cool. Why don't we enable the this 3D text plugin? So when you hit the checkbox, you'll be brought up with this message that says plugin text 3D is a beta version. It is beta. You'll see that there is a beta tag in orange. And it'll say this message that says recommending using caution when shipping projects with beta plugins. Basically, it's just a warning that says like, hey, this plugin isn't really finalized. We're still developing it, so use at your own risk. It really only applies to like if you're doing any sort of shipments with like AAA games or stuff. But even with a professional setting, you do want to be careful because, again, certain plugins are developed by different teams, so you never know how they're going to interact, right? But let's click yes. And then you'll be prompted with this alert that says you must restart Unreal Editor for your changes to take effect. So go ahead and restart.
I restarted.
Yeah.
And when it opened back up, it's saying missing project settings, shader models. SM6 is required to use virtual shadow maps and ray tracing. Please enable this in project setting platforms.
Understood. You can ignore that.
Okay.
Shader Model 6 is only a Windows GPU setting, I think. Because you guys are using Apple computers with M chips, I believe, I think you guys use a different renderer. So I would say you could probably just skip that.
Okay, cool.
But cool. So you should have the project opened up basically as the same as before. But now if you go to your Create Tool object, and let's go bring in a cube. So go to Shapes, Cube. So here's our cube. So here's our object. We've enabled the Modeling Tools plugin. So now if we go to our modes here in this top drop down, we're in selection mode, which basically means we can select actors in our scene. But if you go a couple steps down, you'll see we have modeling here. So normally if you had just opened a project that didn't have this plugin enabled, you wouldn't see that. But if you click that, that brings you now into the modeling mode. So Unreal is great because they recently brought in 3D manipulation tools that you would normally need to go to a different software for. So think your Blender, your Maya. Typically, if you were to edit an object, it would be done in those and then brought back into Unreal Engine. Now they made it so you can actually model and make changes in the engine itself, which is great. So you'll see it brought up a menu here. And I'm not really going to get too deep in the weeds because you never really would need to do this. I'm just kind of showing this as an example of like you've enabled the plugin and now the plugin's here and now you have the ability to. But just to show you kind of like what this plugin does. So if I go to the, oh, I see, we can't do an engine asset. So let's see if we can find an asset that we can use. So let's go. Let's see if we can go to the content browser and let's go to add feature or content pack and let's go ahead and add the starter content again. So again, reminder, to get there, you do Control spacebar, right click in this gray window so you bring up this context menu and then go to add feature or content pack, the second one. And
Wait, sorry. I have my modeling mode pulled up, but I got lost.
No, you're good. Totally good. So hit Control spacebar.
Control spacebar.
Yep, and then go ahead to the gray window, right click, and then go to add feature or content pack, right here, content, and then add to project. So you go right click in this empty area. It's kind of weird. You might have to like control click.
It really comes with a lot of stuff loaded into it.
Yeah, it does. I see. You were
Are there a
in
lot
your
of
content
third-party
browser.
plugins?
You
that
were
are
here
for
in
sale?
all.
Oh, okay.
And so you want to make sure you're in your content folder. And then there you go. So click add feature, content pack, right there. There are. So if I can show you the third-party marketplace again, but there's a ton that you can just buy from the Fab store. And then if you guys have signed in with my login, you should have access to my library as well. So, okay. So let's see here. We've added the content, I believe. Did it get added? Let's see. Add feature, starter content. There we go. Okay, so we have all of these different assets in our content browser now, and these shouldn't be engine assets, so we don't have to worry about that error that says modeling. So let's go ahead and delete that cube. We'll go back into the selection mode, and let's go ahead and drag this chair into our scene.
How did you get to the chair?
So if you go to your content browser, so Control spacebar, that
Yep.
brings you back, right?
Yep.
Starter content, and then in the props folder, it will show you a bunch of different props.
Oh yeah.
You can click and drag into your scene like that, into the
got a chair,
viewport.
dude.
And so now I have a chair, right? So now that we have our chair, let's go into our modeling mode again. So go to modeling mode. And there's a shortcut as well if you want to go to it faster. It's Shift 5. But here we go. So now we don't get that error anymore. And so now I'll show you what you can do with it. So let's say for whatever reason I wanted just the frame of this chair, right? So something that you could do is we could go to the, is it the polygroup edit? So I think that's the polygroup edit. We click it, and if you play around, is it this one? No, I don't remember if it's this one. Sorry, not that one. Mesh is what I meant to do. So go to Mesh, try select. There we go. And so now I have the ability to select the individual triangles of the mesh. All the meshes in Unreal are based off of triangles. Usually in 3D programs, they're based off of squares. I have this selector cursor that allows me to select the triangles of the object, and if I select them, you'll see that they're now highlighted in red. I have this option to delete any of these triangles, so now if I delete it, you'll see that now the bottom of the chair is missing. So it's really cool. Modeling mode allows you to like make changes to the meshes themselves, because normally you would have to export this chair out to like Blender or Maya or 3ds Max or any software that will allow you to like kind of edit these objects separately. But now because of the modeling tools, you can do that directly in game. So like I said, I'm not going to get too deep in the weeds because it's not a modeling class, but that's...
Mesh, try select. Okay.
Yep.
Yes, yes. So now when I'm doing that, I'm basically like literally only selecting that I would be making changes or edits to the triangles I've selected.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's how you could change like texture and stuff on different parts of a mesh?
Not the texture, so there's a separate editor for that. This is just talking about like the mesh itself. So like the actual seat of the chair that's modeled.
You can change it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like what would be an example? So you like change the shape of the...
Take the armrest off.
So I've had to do that. I think for the late night show, they had this like facade that was similar to like what you see in the Tonight Show, and so to make it complexified, I've actually removed like wood sections, and so I've used the modeling mode to do that. But you can even get super crazy, and I think you could actually sculpt on top of it. So if you want to like put like leather imprints in the chair, you could do it that way as well. So, super cool tool. And then let's go to another thing that we've got installed. So I think it's called the color correction regions was what we did. Yeah, so we'll do the color correction region. So same thing, you want to go to your Create Tools window, and then you can actually just search it, and it should pop up. So color correction region, not window, just because window only affects like what you're seeing in front of camera. Both of them are really good, but for our purposes, we'll just do this one.
How did you get to the color correction?
Yeah. So you'll go to the Create Tools. It's this icon that has a plus button.
Oh, yeah.
And then you could just search up color in the tab, and then it'll show you two color correction window and color correction region. The region one will replace basically anything that isn't behind the camera. This one is more specified because it's just a plane, like a rectangular plane. So I'm just going to show you what the region does. And it should pop up with this icon that has like a cube with 3 circles in it, and then it's a circle, an orange circle outline. So a color correction region, what it does is it allows you to specifically change the look of something without actually impacting the object or the actor of the scene. Right now we have it set to a sphere, and so in your details panel you can actually check it here. It says type sphere. We actually change this to any shape that we want in this menu. So if we wanted it to be a box, we totally could just change it to be a box. But what's cool is like if I go to some of these menus and I wanted to make let's say I want to make the color around this chair red, right? So we have some global color adjustments here. I think to do that you would want to get to gamma, and we have, when you expand this menu, you have a bunch of color settings, including this wheel and this RGB slider. So now if I go drag it all the way to red, you'll see now that parts of this chair looks like it's got like a red tinge to it.
How'd you get the square outline or the cube outline as opposed to the sphere?
You go to this menu that says region, and then under type, if you click that, there's a drop down that says sphere, box, and cylinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My box looks like it's under the floor.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. So if you bring it to your scene, sometimes these objects or these actors will spawn underneath the floor. So you could move it out 2 ways. One way is to like drag it manually.
Mine doesn't have the arrows.
Did you press W to get into the move tool?
Ah.
There you go. Yep. So make sure you're in the move tool. So that's move is W, rotate is E, and scale is R. So that allows you to change the manipulation of the actor and the transform. But like I was saying, sometimes they'll spawn in the ground, right? So you have to either manually move them. Something you can also do, which sometimes works with all objects, but sometimes it may not. You can drag up an object, and if you press the N key on your keyboard, it will snap it automatically to the floor. So if you have, like, let's say this chair was floating, and you're like, well, I want to be able to do it. I could manually move it, but the easiest way would just to press N, and it will automatically snap to the floor, which is really convenient. But yeah, this color correction region is really useful because let's say you didn't want to make changes to the overall scene. This is really helpful because you can do it just in specific areas, right? So I could make this like more blue, in the gamma correction. And right now it's not affecting anything because it's not touching it, but the moment I touch this chair, you'll see that it has a blue tinge. And then you can obviously make this as big or as small as you want.
And sorry, where were you changing? Oh, the color wheel's down. I see it.
Yeah. So this is where I was changing the gamma, and then I was making it bigger by increasing it here in the scale tab. And then quick pro tip as well, by default you should have a lock. When this is locked, that just basically means that all of your scale values are changing in the same direction. But if you unlock it, this basically means that you're scaling in one direction. So now I'm only scaling the forward axis, and then if I change, like let's say this one, it's going to scale vertically, right? So if you want to make it uniform, just make sure you hit that lock.
Right, let me ask you, so would you use this tool to kind of imitate like light hitting that chair and stuff like that, or?
In some cases, yes. What I've used it for primarily is, let's say you have a scene and part of the scene has this texture that is a lot more orange than you would want it to be. So you could change the texture, but oftentimes it's a lot harder because it's baked into the image. So this is a great hack of being able to make those changes and have flexibility without changing the source that's under it, right? So I find color corrections really, really useful. It's a really great plugin to have. And then I guess the third plugin that we installed was called the 3D text actor, right? So now if you go same thing into your create tools and you press 3D, you'll see text 3D. And boom, that brings up a 3D text, right? So it's really cool. You have the ability to change the font the same way that you would have in like Photoshop or anything. So if I wanted to go like, let's see, Comic Sans, there we go. And I can type anything I want. So, let's.
How do I?
So.
I guess mine's like backwards, strangely.
Yours probably spawned like this way.
Yeah.
So you either can rotate around it, or you could press the E key and then rotate it that way. So that way it's facing your chair. And then here in your details panel, again, you have some other settings. This details panel is kind of where you're doing a lot of like your changes, so good to keep in mind. But this is where you would like input your text, so.
How'd you get the text up there?
What's that?
Down, off of that, and right here. No, this drop down. You can type in 3D, no?
Close. You want to go to the icon next to it. So where it says the
Here.
there, and then if you type in 3D.
Hey, Mark.
Yo, what's going on, training?
Jermaine is late. Yes. Yeah, you're doing some Unreal stuff. How are you?
What are these two?
This is Lucas and Michaela. You know Lucas. Michaela's our
What's up?
intern. Jared is
Yeah,
our EQ manager.
Yeah, Michaela? Yeah. How are you? Interns?
Yep.
These two are interns, and Lucas is your manager.
Yep.
I'm your
Cool.
man.
You guys are doing, just getting ready for the thing?
Yeah, just kind of like he's running us through some Unreal stuff so that we have like a better knowledge base of like the set and everything and
Cool.
how to troubleshoot it.
Yeah. So I'm teaching them Unreal first, and then going into like how it integrates with the skies.
You got the old chair up there?
I got the old chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
How was the interviews you did yesterday?
My business partner is coming through. I want to show him this stuff, so just in the next like hour or so, I might pop back in. Just
Okay.
give a little heads up.
Thank
Okay.
you. So now that I click E so that I could rotate the text around.
Yeah.
And if I want to get back to like a typical selection mode,
You would actually just press W to go to like the move,
W is right.
and then that's how you move it. Yeah.
How do I edit the text here?
In your details panel on the bottom here.
Oh, it's down here.
Yeah, so you might have to scroll up. It looks like because you scrolled too far. There you go. So where it says text, that's where you put it.
Details layer? Oh, data layer. Oh yeah, if I want to change my text.
So you're actually at the bottom. Go all the way to the top. There it is where it says text, and then you can change it.
How do I make myself go, my point of view go down?
Press, I think it's Q.
I think you have to like be clicking on the pad and then doing it.
Ah, I see. There you go.
Whoa.
And
So
then
press
E
E.
to go back up.
Used to go back up. There you go. Yeah, it's a little finicky on a trackpad, so that's why on a mouse it's a little bit easier. But yeah, you would just basically right click and then Q to go down, E to go up, WASD to move forward, backward, left, right. So, but yeah, that's the text tool. So
And you can scale the text.
exactly, yeah. So you could scale it as big as you want.
And how would you do that?
You press the R key. That is your scale tool. So you can make it just absolutely massive or tiny, depending on what you want. Yeah. So yeah, really cool. I don't really know if people use the 3D text tool that often. I think for motion graphics, they probably do. I like it just because like it's a simple way of like, just being able to add text into your scene. And it works basically like any other software really, so like Photoshop, Illustrator, that sort of thing. But yeah, that's kind of, again, like a lot of what I'm showing you, like it's just to kind of show that plugins are super cool. And Disguise, the way it integrates, is a plugin as well. So like understanding how plugins incorporate into your scene, I think is really crucial, because I'll also be showing you how to install the Disguise render stream plugin onto here, which isn't natively in Unreal Engine, right? So, and for the purposes of the shoot next week, you won't have to do that. I'm just going to show you just so you have that knowledge of like how I did it essentially. All right, cool. So now I want to talk about the level system. So I mentioned yesterday that Unreal uses levels in order to make or collect like your objects, right? This is no same, but what's really cool about levels is that similar to sequences in other softwares, you can actually nest them in front of each other. So you could have multiple collections that's in a parent level. What I mean by that is, like, let's say I want to move this chair to a separate level. So what I'll do is I'll do File, New Level. And this is really important. Anytime you make a level, do not select Open World. Open World uses a different system that is not compatible with XR. It's really cool because Open World will allow you to make like a bunch of different open world games, and then it will load in cells. But unfortunately, it does not work with XR. So avoid that as much as you can. And let's make an empty one. We don't want a basic one. We want empty. And it'll prompt you to save if you made any changes. Go ahead and save. And when you open it, you'll notice that nothing is in here, right? Mm-hmm. So that's pretty expected because it's an empty level. What we want to do is we want to save this because currently it's called untitled. So we'll go to File, Save Current Level As. And then in your content browser, it'll prompt you to save it here. And let's just call this one, level 2, just for example. We click save. And let's go drag something else in this level as well. So why don't we drag, this table here. And we'll also drag, we'll drag this lamp, right? Okay. So we've dragged a couple items. You'll notice that your level title over here in this tab has an asterisk now. The asterisk means that you haven't saved your level. So we'll go ahead and click the floppy disk icon to save. And now your level should be saved. So
my level's so much darker. Like I can't tell where these items are in the environment. Like I can see the items. You know what I mean? Like where?
That's because you don't have any lights in your scene.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
All right,
so, are you good, Lucas? Let's see.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and exit that level and open back our previous one. To do that, we go back to your content browser, and we select main, and we can either right click and then click, there should be an load. Your content browser, so control space, and then you'll see that you have 2 levels. There should be highlighted in orange, level 2 and main. So you could either right click asset actions, and I think my computer just froze. There we go, sorry. You can do asset actions, load, or you can double click the level, and that will load it.
Main.
Yeah, we'll go back to main. So now you should be back into your main level that you created with your text, right? So to nest your level, all you have to do is go back to your content browser where it says level 2, and left click and drag into this levels window. So before you had your outliner, which will show all your actors. So to get to the levels layer, it's just another tab to your right. It should be the 3rd one. And then left click, drag your level into the scene. And now what you should see is that your other level has appeared. And if you press the, let's see here, if I focus on it, do I have anything in here?
Wait, so, okay, I pulled up level instance on the right. Oh, wait, no, I don't need to be a level instance.
It should show up small on the screen.
What it will show up is your table and your lamp might be like underneath the world. So it's right here. But you should see you've successfully dragged your level if you see level 2 and has like a blue dot.
Okay, I
let's
haven't done that successfully, so here's this. But I need it to be over here.
I got you. Okay, so you're missing the levels tab. So what you want to do is go to window and select levels.
Oops, that's layers.
All good? There you go. So I would dock that now, so kind of drag that into here. Yep, exactly. And then now if you go to your levels, your level 2 and drag it in there, that'll nest it. There you go. How are you doing? How are you doing?
So I dragged it over here. It's on the floor.
Understood. So you made an instance of the level. It's actually not what we want to do, so I would delete that.
So click this, delete it.
Yes. Okay. And then if you go to window, window over here,
Oh, window.
You made it.
and then go click
You all right,
levels.
bro?
Okay.
No.
Makes sense though.
Yep.
Good to see you, dude.
What
You
train?
cleaning up out
Click
there?
this and then,
Level 4.
oop, not that. Sorry, go back to
Four.
this icon, I think. There you go. Now click the tab,
It is so
similar to the
easy.
Google tab. You're going to drag that and
They
dock
just
it
skip stops and tell
There.
you while it's happening.
Where?
Right there, it took me to
in here,
Midtown.
in here.
They're
There you
like,
go. So click
oh
that.
yeah, by the way.
And then
we're
drag
staying
it
Broadway,
here.
Lafayette.
Just
So we're thinking,
In the
alright,
top,
next
I
stop,
would-
West Fork.
There you go. Yeah. So let go.
No.
No,
And then
it's
now you
not
can click
too-
that.
I had to
Got
take the
that.
AC
So if you go back to your
back
content browser
to Spring Street.
and drag your level 2
Sorry.
into this
From where?
gray
Is it hot
area.
out there yet?
So click and drag.
Steaming.
into this area.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
steaming. Right.
There you go. So now your level's in
See
there.
the text you put up there?
Bro.
Earlier it said Mark Fernandez.
No. Sensei.
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 All right, so I've got my level 2 now nested
Yep.
under my levels thing. So what did that essentially just combines the level, like it makes them visible in the same instance?
Exactly, yeah. Now you won't see your table and lamp because most likely your table and lamp is like underneath the floor.
Mine was up in the sky, but I dragged it down.
There you go, yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's all good. That means that your levels are successfully in it. They're combined, but your main level is still this main one that has the chair and your text. This level now sits as like a sub-level of that. So what that means is that if you hit this eye icon, you can toggle your level visibility and you can see which items are part of which collection, which is really cool.
What's the difference between a level and a layer then?
A layer is kind of like a Photoshop layer where
Okay.
it will showcase certain objects in terms of hierarchy of visibility, but a level is a collection of actors, and they can be thought of as like different maps. So every single time you have an environment that's created or a scene that you created, you're creating a level. So you can, when you're playing a game, you can load different levels and transport your character into different levels, but you cannot do that with layers. Layers are kind of like a universal, like every level will have like Photoshop layers, essentially. I guess that's kind of the best way I can explain it. I don't work with data layers a lot, but levels I do work with quite a lot, because levels, what I typically do when I make environments is I'll make a level directly specific to lights, for instance, and then I'll make a level specifically for the environment. And then sometimes what you do is you can make variations of the level. So if you have, like, let's say you were making a forest but you wanted different seasons, you could do a winter version of that, a spring version, a summer version. And then what's cool is that once they're all parented under this main level, you can like create a blueprint that will switch between the seasons, which is really cool. I don't have time to go into like how you would make that, but like that's kind of what you would use it for, and it's a super cool way of like being able to process everything. But yeah, I did want to just go over like how that works. The other thing to note is that I did mention you have this blue dot next to your sublevel. What that means is that it is only streaming if you have a blueprint attached to it. We don't have any blueprints made, so what you typically want to do is you want to right click, and then there's a text here that says change streaming method, and instead of blueprint, click always loaded. And what you should now see is that that blue dot has disappeared. It's now turned into a asterisk, and all that means is that every time you load up this main level, the level 2 will also load. So that's really crucial if you want everything to load on the XR wall at the same time. And so that's how you would do that. Cool, so we did the level system. Hiding, unhiding assets. I would say 80% of operating on an XR stage with an Unreal level, this is a lot of the requests that you've received. A lot of times, nobody's really asking you to make changes to the mesh, to the texture, to change colors. They really just want to hide items. And to do that, all you have to do is click the asset that you want. So why don't we click this chair? And quick difference, if you go back to your outliner, you'll want to get back to, so other quick thing aside about the level system, before this was bold, this level 2, that means that we're only in level 2, so to get back to the main level, double click the persistent level, and that should be bold. So whatever is bold is the level that you're currently working under. So yeah, let's go select our chair, and you'll notice that like we have these eye icons, right? And they toggle the visibility, but the problem is that if I hide it and I go into play mode, that chair is still there. And that is because we are only hiding the chair in editor. When we launch on render stream, it basically launches in game mode. So hiding it in editor is not going to do anything. So to hide it in game mode, we have to select the chair, and then in the details panel in the search bar, search hidden, and there should be an option that says actor hidden in game. Now, ironically, when you select this, the chair is still visible in your viewport, right? But that's because we're in the editor. So now, if I click the play mode, now our chair is gone.
Where's
How do you select play mode? Yeah.
So, sorry, so play mode is this green play button up top.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And so now if you look in your scene, if you did it correctly, your chair should be missing.
Yep.
I
Yep.
still see mine. So there's no reason to really toggle the eye icon.
Temporarily, if you want to like, just hide it
Just literally.
to focus on something else.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the only reason you would do that. Okay, so let's see what you did here. So you have the chair still, and you selected the color correction region, not the chair. So this is a great example. So you're just asking what we use the visibility icon. If things are overlapping, you can hide. So I would drag this so you can see your outliner a little bit better.
Listen.
Yeah, and then go to your outliner. And
Oh,
so
that's
you want to come
awesome.
around here? So since he's got this color correction region overlapping the chair,
Right.
I would hide that now with the eye icon.
Okay.
And now you select your chair. So there you go. So now your chair is selected. And now you could drag this up.
And go to the hidden.
Hidden in game, yeah. So let's go find a hidden in game icon. I think it's this one right here.
So it's literally for you to like help you be able to like focus on something else.
Exactly. And so now your chair is gone.
Gotcha.
Right.
This thing sucks.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right, awesome. Oh, so I was just selecting a layer that was on top of what I was trying to select.
Exactly. That's so you hid that layer. You did not hide the chair.
Now,
though.
is there any way you could hide everything that's connected to that chair?
Yes. So you could highlight it one by one. If you shift select, you will highlight all of the objects that are together. And so I'll show you really quickly. So if you want to hide, let's say we wanted to hide this and the table. So what you could do is you can click the table and then shift and left click. And then now these objects should both be selected in orange and highlighted in orange. And you'll see now if you go to your actor hidden in game, there's like a dash. All that means is that some of your objects are hidden, some of your objects are not. So in order to make all of them hidden, you would click it so it's empty and then click it again so it has a check mark. And so now you've hidden both of those items.
So basically, whatever you have selected,
Yes.
you can just control all at once. Yeah.
Yes, there is a way to group these items as well. I'm not going to get into it because I think it's going to be more complicated. I think it'll be just easier if you just shift select and then click it to hide, right? Like I said, this part is like probably most, I would say, of like the requests that you'd be given, because like oftentimes they'll look at something and they'll be like, I don't want this. The other thing that you have to watch out for XR is like you might have something that is flickering or the texture doesn't load right. So rather than spend an hour trying to fix it, hiding the object is the fastest solution, right?
So if somebody asks us to hide something on the shoot, the best way to do it is to go into the detail, because we'll be in play mode when you were doing the live.
It will be in play mode here, but you have editor here. So you will be doing everything the same way that I'm teaching you now, and I'll show you how it looks like once we launch the scene. Yeah. Cool. And then the other thing I want to get into is lighting. So it's a shame because I think Nick would really like this section, but you'll see that when we did the empty level, it was pretty much black, right? It probably looked something like this. That's because we don't have any lights. This is kind of glowing because it's got like an emissive texture to it. So it has some light, but it's not lighting the whole scene. To add a light, it's the same way of adding other objects. You go here, and instead of adding a cube, we're going to want to go to lights, and then let's click directional light.
How did you get it to where your levels were like split again?
Where your levels are what, sorry?
Like split, like right now it looks like I'm viewing both.
Oh, okay.
But I want to see just level 2 that's like blacked out.
Well, I'm actually in the persistent level.
You're in the persistent level.
And all I did was delete the directional light. So I didn't actually go to level 2, but you could hide it that way and you could see
I
your
see.
level 2, yeah.
So you just deleted the directional light that was in the persistent level.
Exactly. So if you go to the outliner and you go to the directional light up top and then just hit the delete key. Oh, you're good. I have like the Osmo here. I don't think I'm recording anything here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now it looks like that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
So
tech does emit light, but not like as an actual light source.
no. So for that, that's where your other light actors would come in. So we'll re-add our directional light back in. So same way, go to create tool, go to the lights, and then we'll hit directional light, and then we should have our sunlight back.
Mm-hmm.
The directional light acts very much like a sun. If you go to your rotation gizmo, you can go ahead and rotate it, and you'll see that the shadow very much rotates in correspondence to that,
Oh yeah.
just like a sun.
Oh, it's sunset now, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So if you rotate on this axis, it'll go to like golden hour, which is pretty
Whoa,
sick.
look at that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Wait, what are you clicking on to rotate it?
You
Uh,
click E.
E, and then you'll see the semicircle,
Ah.
and then you could rotate it that way.
E.
Oh, okay. Sorry, 1 second.
Yo, what up, boys?
Hey, how's it going?
This is Guy.
Hey guys,
How's it going?
How we doing?
Matt.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Welcome.
I know right now they're doing some training, but can you just bring something up really quick?
Yep.
For on all the screens. So this is the So it's all connected to the cameras. You should see how the things moving. Yeah. looking good.
Looks cool, right?
Yeah, it's looking good. When are we filming this thing? I've heard my boy Pablo's not writing anybody back.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about the thing with Pablo, but we're planning to shoot 4 episodes next week, being Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe.
I think so,
2
yeah.
episodes a day,
Got it.
which is great.
Cool. What do you guys think about this?
It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. You learning how to use it?
Yes.
Yeah? Cool. Yeah, so anyway. What's going on, Amari? So, yeah. 4K panels.
And you can step on it.
Yeah, you can have a car out.
You can park a car right on there.
But all right, thank you guys. Get
No
back.
problem.
Get back to
Mark.
learning.
You got it.
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
I love this set actually.
I did too.
Like the fire set. When the hell did you come in?
He's been here, bro. Don't worry about it.
Please, we do not have a lot of time with this man. I love you, but if you're about to make a speech, we cannot have time.
See you.
Come in and learn some Unreal, brother.
So yeah, so that's the directional light, right? But you also have other lighting types as well. So you know, if you're not doing an exterior, for instance, how would you like mimic like a tungsten bulb or something like that? If you go to your lights menu again, you have a couple options underneath, and one of them kind of looks like an Edison bulb, and it's called the point light. If you
Point
click
light.
that, that will simulate basically what it's named after, which is a light bulb that you would have in space. And you'll notice that if you move it around, the light is very much centralized in like a circular position. So, you know, you don't have to do this, but I'm just doing it for just to prove a point. Let's say we had our like floor lamp back in the scene.
Oh, you could like put this inside the floor.
Exactly. So now it's like you have this lamp motivating this point light.
But if we're in play mode, you're not going to see that lamp icon, right? You're just going to see.
Yeah, and if you
It's
actually
just going to be the light source.
and if you hit G, you'll actually preview what it looks like in game mode.
Okay.
So,
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm stuck in E on this light. Like I see this.
Oh, if you push
Yeah,
W.
actual software right now.
Yeah, he is. I'm just watching.
So this is that right there, right or no?
no, this is your light here. I think you're too far down. So if you go drag this, and this is like what I mean about like it being on a trackpad, yeah. But you'll see like here's your light, and then see how it's getting stronger the moment you bring it closer to the floor. So it needs something to like catch it.
It's
Yeah.
on top of it.
Exactly, yeah.
And then how did you mess with the sunlight?
If you go to the sun, the directional light.
Be like,
So if you go to scroll
He's
up,
going to Unreal Fest in Chicago.
do you
we
have
have
directional?
I was on Skylight before.
I wonder, did you move it to the other level? Let's see.
I'm crying.
Ah, you did. Okay, so you moved everything, I think, to your level 2. So we'll re-add it here. So that's you had it in the other level, so that's why you can access it. So now that you have it in this level, we'll re-add it back, and it's just to make things easier. And so now if you press E and you rotate on that green axis, and then keep going, it will make it sunset.
When I put my light source inside the lamp, it almost seems to be like blocking it, like the mesh of the lamp itself.
Let me see. Oops, sorry.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get that bulb like right in there, and now I notice like if I took it out the boundary of it, the light really comes back. So it's
Try-
like it's only lighting inside of that.
Yeah, so try dragging it up.
Yeah, like how active
There
do
you go.
have to be?
I see. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
So it's not like you're actually trying to put the bulb in the freaking thing. It's just you're choosing where you want the light to hit by
Exactly.
moving it around.
Exactly. So it's, yeah, it is very much like kind of a weird thing where it's like you won't put it physically, but you will cheat it so it kind of looks like it's coming out of it.
Dude, that's sick though.
Yeah. So it's really cool. And then, like all lights, you have a bunch of different settings to play around with, right? So you have your intensity. By default, this is measured in candelas, but if you're a nerd and you want to go to lumens, you absolutely can. So now you have it at 100 lumens, and if you want to go super bright, you can go all the way to the slider, and you can actually go way beyond the slider. So I can go like 200,000 if I wanted to, and that's just like absolutely unusable because it's super blown out. but you totally can go there. And then if you ever want to go back to your default, you have these arrows on the right that will reset it to the default value, which is 100 lumens or 8 candelas.
And you can change the color of the light.
You can change the color of the light, exactly. So same thing, you have a color wheel, you can make it disco, you know. But if you didn't want color and you wanted temperature, you have that option as well. So like if you were a gaffer and you're like, I want a 3200 Kelvin light, you have this checkbox that says use temperature, and you can go from 6500 to like 3200, right? So like that's a tungsten bulb. You have some other settings. You can affect whether or not this item casts shadows onto objects or not. Something I find that's really useful, and again, this is kind of like just going a little bit beyond, you have this use inverse squared fall off, and you find that in this advanced tab. If you kind of understand the way like lights work, lights basically, the farther the distance is, the softer the light becomes, right? If you're closer to light, the more bright you're currently lit. And the way it does this is it uses an equation called the inverse square. In games, it doesn't really matter because you can just kind of manipulate how bright a light is, and it actually takes more rendering power to use this setting. So what happens is if you turn this setting off, this use inverse squared fall off, and you set this inverse exposure blend, or sorry, light fall off exponent to 2, it actually will make your light brighter. And I use this technique all the time because what happens is Unreal, the more lights that you use, the more time it takes for the graphics card to render. So this is a really common trick I use if it's like I want a light to kind of brighten up my source, but I don't want to like impact my frames per second. I do it this way. So
I went into game mode.
Yeah.
Play mode.
Yeah.
And it's saying lighting needs to be rebuilt 8 unbuilt objects.
Yeah. So that is because most lights in default in Unreal Engine come in as static or stationary. What happened in the past was when Unreal Engine was created, in order to make lights look really good, you had to do a process called baking. Baking essentially takes those lights and it bakes the shadows and the textures of how the light hits on objects that are around it. And typically this baking process would take anywhere between 25 minutes to like an hour. Because Unreal is more focused on real time, especially now with version 5, we no longer need to do that because we have things like real-time lighting and ray tracing. So to get rid of that error, the only thing you need to do is go to your light, and you'll see that under mobility, it has static, stationary, and movable. If you select movable, that will get rid of the that text, because it will basically, all it's saying is, hey, you have a static or stationary light, I think you should bake this first before you go into your game. But since we don't want to do light baking, we'll set it to movable, and that will use the dynamic system.
Where you go into the point light.
Yeah.
And then where do you go from there?
So underneath the transform values, those red, green, and blue fields, you have mobility, and then it'll say static, stationary, or movable. You want to select movable to use real-time dynamic lights.
Okay.
Yeah. So that should get rid of the message. Yeah, let's go over some of the other lights. So
you change the font? Sorry, I know it's kind of a random step back, but you can change the font through here. Oh, here it is.
there it is. Yeah, it should be a little drop down, and that'll use your fonts that's installed on your computer.
So even if you had like cool ones that you liked that weren't like stock,
it should read it.
like
yeah.
remember like defont.com?
Yeah, exactly. So if
Yeah.
you had it installed on your computer, it should read those fonts. Yeah.
But I was trying to find like the graffiti fonts.
Yeah.
When I was like high school. Yeah, dude.
You'd be on fire and stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll go over some of the other lights. So the point light you really want to use for highly concentrated areas. You have your spotlight, and this basically is what the name says. It is a spotlight. So if you drag it up, it should basically form this little cone around anywhere you want. Spotlights are really cool because they are the lights that take up the least amount of rendering. So they're actually very performant. And something you can do with spotlights that I find is really cool is you can actually add gobos to them. So if you go to your details panel and you go under light profiles, you see there is something called an IES texture. I don't have an IES texture. But basically what it does is it will allow you to shape the light. So if you wanted like the spotlight to come like it was coming from a street lamp, you would import a texture there and it would actually act similar to a cookie or a gobo and shape your light, which is really cool. But this light has all the same functions as the point. You have your intensity, your color. This also does have the inverse squared fall off checkbox setting, so you could totally mess around and make this light perform even better. And then with all lights, like all actors, you have the ability to rotate them, right? So if you wanted the spotlight to be emitting from like a stage or something, that's how you would do it. And then the last, well, I guess second to last, the rectangular light. This is probably my favorite light aesthetic-wise because this will really match any sort of like practical fixture. And the way the rectangular light works is that it comes with this plane, and you'll see that it comes with these virtual barn doors. So very similar to like an aperture light, you have the ability to adjust the barn door angle. So you can make it a lot more focused by doing it that way. You have things like your barn door length, so you can make it super long if you want to. You can also increase the size of the rectangular light by just increasing the source width, right? I typically like using this for things like windows. I usually place them outside the window and stuff. But also rectangular lights are really cool because I'm just going to build a really quick room. So typically, if you remember like kind of how 3-point lighting works, you kind of want to have like key soft fill, right? This light is really great because it does the effect of basically increasing your indirect or ambient exposure. So what I mean by that is like if I point this, you'll see that some of the light is actually bouncing off, which is already great. But there's a setting here that's called indirect lighting intensity. So if I increase this from 1 and I'll go to like 50, you'll see that much of the light is actually spilling out. And so if your scene is facing this way, you're going to get a lot of nice exposure.
So it's basically saying it's like allowing it to generate like what it would be like reflecting off of that surface.
Yeah, exactly. So if you can imagine what this like Infinimat is in Unreal Engine, it's doing similar things, right? Which is really, really cool.
Really cool.
Rectangular lights, I will say though, are the most expensive lights in your scene. So you don't want to have a lot of them, but they are great to have for those very specific moments.
Expensive in terms of rendering?
Yes, yeah.
Gotcha.
So if you have like 100 of these, this will inevitably affect your performance in the game. So
interesting. Why is that? It just requires more. Like why a rectangular light over like a spot? Like why does it take up more?
It has to do with the way that. So basically, all the real-time lighting uses this technology called ray tracing, and what it's doing is that the computer is bouncing how far a particle goes from the 3D object to the light in terms of exposure. And rectangular lights have a lot more calculation when it comes to that because a spotlight and point light, if you think about it, the spotlight is very much like a circle. You know, it's very specific. You aim a spotlight towards something, and it's just that one area. And it's the same thing with a point light. If you have a light bulb, it's really going to be only omnidirectional to a certain extent, whereas a rectangular light is very directional. So if you aim the rectangular light, it's passing out a lot of data to bounce off.
Gotcha.
So
that makes sense.
yeah.
What's that inverse square? What is that function called again?
It's called so actually the rectangular light also, I guess, to contribute to that, it does not have the inverse squared checkbox. So only the point light and the spotlight has that. It's called it's in the advanced settings, and it's called use inverse squared fall off. So
Use inverse square follow.
yeah, so to maximize your light, you can actually uncheck that, and then by default the value will be at 8, and the lowest you can go is 2. So. But yeah, the rectangular lights don't have that function actually, so that's another reason why they're a little bit more performant. Okay, and then the last light is called a skylight. The skylight is a little bit weird because if I delete all of the additional lights, it's actually not, the only thing it's doing is adding ambience. So if I set the intensity of the skylight to 0, you'll see that it's pitch black, but the moment that I hit 1, it will actually increase the exposure so that we can see some detail of the floor and the chair. Skylights are really only there to kind of provide a little bit of exposure. They're not necessarily recommended to light your scene. I could go to like 50 and try to get more out of it, but you'll see that it's not really contributing to much. But what skylights could be useful for is that you could import a 360 photo, and you could actually use that 360 photo to light your scene. So what I mean by this is if I were to uncheck real-time capture and I go to source type, there's an option that says SLS specific cube map. If I left click that and I click cube map on here where it says none, you'll see I have an asset that's called HDRI Epic Courtyard Daylight. If I click that, now my scene is being lit by this 360 degree photo. And so now you'll see that like I'm getting a lot more blues, a lot more highlights, that sort of thing. Now it's still not
sampling the light source from the photo.
Exactly, yeah.
So this is like, so if we wanted like so like in Premiere, how you do like color matching essentially, like you could, if we wanted to replicate something really specific.
Like if we had an image of a space
Exactly.
that we knew we liked, whether it's indoor or outdoor, we're like, oh, we want the lighting vibe like this. You could literally just use that source file as the lighting
Exactly,
source
yeah.
for your environment.
Exactly. And that's always a good starting
Yeah,
point.
it sounds like it'd be way easier to do that than
than
individually
individual
lighting.
lights.
Yeah.
It would. The only thing with doing it that way is one, your 360 image has to be baked to the time of day. So if for whatever reason like they wanted to change it from normal daytime to like golden hour, you have to have two photos, right?
You can't go and make adjustments to that.
Exactly.
Like, you have less control there.
Exactly, yeah. So it is very much like a nice plug and play solution. The other thing I would say is that certain cameras, 360 cameras included, have a limited amount of dynamic range, which basically means that it cannot capture the full spectrum of color. So it'll get you there, but it won't be like perfect, right? So like you can see here that even if I just light the scene alone at one intensity, it's not, it doesn't match like how bright this is, right? So I'd have to go like, let's say like 100, oop, that's probably too much. But like if I go to like 5, it's hard to tell because I'm missing a sky component. But you know, if I were to like, let's say go to the skylight and I'll go to an intensity scale of, oh I see I have 2 skylights actually, so that's no good. If I go back to my skylight and I go to like an intensity of like 3, and then I go back to my directional light and add that in, just to get the sky, and then I turn my intensity of the directional light down to like maybe like 3, you'll see I'm getting closer to that lighting, right? So you still have to play around with it. It's not necessarily like you can just plug it in and expect things to go great.
Gotcha.
But the skylight's really handy for that. It allows you to kind of have reference from real life photos, which is really nice if you do it this way.
So let me ask you, can you, my bad, Mike.
No, go ahead.
Can you add, so you can add the light from a 360 picture. Can you add the actual scene from a 360 picture?
In terms of like...
making it the environment, like the backdrop?
Oh, like if you made an Unreal scene and then adding it there? Unfortunately, no, you cannot do it that way. Because it basically the 360 creates a texture, and that texture is used to map the lights. So what you could do is you could, which is a very roundabout way of saying, you could create your own 360 in the 3D software, but it would be like kind of, what are you doing it for at that point if you're just doing it in 3D? But in theory, yes, you could do it that way, but most of the time it will be like a still image that you capture from like any 360. You can actually do it on your phone. So actually, Google Street Maps has this option where you can basically make a huge panorama with your phone, like a sphere. I've used that a ton of times, and it actually works pretty great for this kind of application because nobody will have to see the photo; they just want to see the light. So, so
Can we
yeah,
add a person?
in the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Like just any person. Or
Guess
like-
what would that? Yeah, just any like a shape or
Bring Nick back.
So you could, the same way that we added a feature pack, if you right-click in the content browser and you click Add Feature or Content Pack, you can click the third-person template, which is this one right here.
Oh yeah, it is.
Add to project, and then now if you wanted like them to be textured, that's like a little bit of a path to kind of go through, but it gives you this mannequin, and then now you have like a person in your scene.
Dude, the thing is sick.
Yep. And
Can you make it walk around?
let's see. I think I might be able to, like, if I have it in the viewport.
Humanoid?
Bro, put the humanoid in there.
No, I can't.
And can you make it so like you're that person, like controlling, walking around like a video game?
You can, but you would have to change, I think, the game mode. So currently I have it, because this is just the film project, right? So I think if you go to game mode and we selected BP third person game mode, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. So now I can control it.
What?
Yeah.
Are you
Wait, that's so sick. Wait, I need to do that on mine. Can we run it back just a little bit?
100%. Yeah. So if you go to, let's see. So add your feature pack, right? So go to content browser, add feature content pack, and then you'll see first person, third person. Pick either one. You can pick whichever one you want. I'm picking third person.
Okay, so wait, I'm in content under my project on the left hand side.
Yeah.
I've got system fonts.
You said first person or third?
Add.
Whichever one you want. I'll show you either.
Add right here.
No, so you right click here, and then go to add feature or content pack.
What you trying to make Fortnite?
And then, yeah, you can pick that one.
Blueprints.
Yep. I think it's blueprints. There you go. So just drag that into your viewport.
Into my viewports, it's just like my main screen.
Exactly, yeah. So now it should spawn that, right?
Oh,
And then to get you to actually play it, go to edit, project settings, and then search up game mode. And by default, this will be called game mode base. But to actually possess the character, you could just select BP underscore third person game mode, or in your case, if you pick the first person one, it'll be BP first person game mode. And then once you select that, if you hit play mode, you should be able to control your character now.
How is this free?
I know, right? Isn't this crazy?
It's prompted me to download 10 changes to source content files have been detected. Would you like to import them?
Yeah, I would say just do it.
Okay. So I changed it to third person.
Yep.
I can exit out of here now,
Yes.
and I can exit out of here now.
Yep.
And then what's this?
So that's the camera of the character. So now if you hit play, there you go. So now you should press your WASD. You might have to click on the screen first. There you go. So now, there you go.
Get the
Random,
hell
do you-
out of here.
Do you have to be connected to the internet to use Unreal? Is there an offline version of this?
Yes, but you need to have downloaded already. Why is your internet not doing so well?
No, I was just wondering. I'm more so like taking notes.
Okay.
So I can have like a.
Yeah, and then you can like just so you have it. Like you could swap with somebody if you want to like have some hands on. Yeah, definitely.
Ryan,
Yeah.
is it just an endless world?
Like if I fall off this,
Have fallen off.
Yeah, so yeah. If you fall off, there's no like death count or anything. So at that point, you would just start over. This is a very good example of like this is just a template, right? So like they're expecting you to kind of figure out like what happens if your character falls off the map. Do you like reset? But you'll also notice that like where you spawn is actually dictated by this icon here, which is called the player start. So if I were to press play, that's where my character is starting. So if I move this character start all the way to like, let's say to this chair, and I hit play, so now I'm like where the chair used to be. So yeah.
so okay, so I can run around and jump and stuff. And if you were gonna go to like make it like give it actions like to fight or something, you'd have to like create that.
Yeah, so you would have to make a bunch of blueprints essentially that would teach the character that like when you press this, you like throw a punch, right? So.
Dude, that's so cool.
So yeah, like if this was a game development class, I could absolutely kind of like show you how to do that. 'Cause it's pretty cool. Like this is kind of I've seen people from Corridor make their own like Smash Brothers in this way, where they like scan each other and like put themselves in the game, which
Dude,
is super cool.
That's so
Deathmatch?
cool.
Yeah.
You could scan, so we could make all our own like actual avatars of what we look like.
Yeah.
Complex deathmatch. We gotta do that.
Dude, we should make a video game for Complex.
And like all the players in the office.
Just recreate the whole office.
Yeah.
Dude, just recreate the entire office and then everybody has to battle.
And yeah, make some people weaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Endless rebels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think the last thing I'll show you, which is semi-related to lighting, and then we'll go into like a break, is the post-process volume. This is probably the other thing that you'll be manipulating a lot other than the lights. And essentially what it is, and it looks like we have to create it. So same thing, go to your create asset and then go to search up volume. and it'll be this one right here, post-process volume. The post-process volume, similar to the color correction regions, applies visual changes, but this time it goes to your entire map or what's collected in this region. So to make it affect your entire map, in the details panel, go ahead and search up infinite extend, which basically means that your post-process effects will go outside of this little cube. So we'll go ahead and select that. And now what this means is if we type a setting, like let's say exposure, like let's say we want to bring the overall scene like a stop down, right? We have a couple settings here that says exposure. Usually this is auto exposure. What this means is that like if your character is in like a dark area, it will automatically bring up the brightness. I like to have manual control, so I usually will select manual. And when I do that, you'll see that like everything's dark, right? That's because it's applying a physical camera exposure to it. And so if I leave this unchecked, it'll actually go back to normal. And now if I go to the exposure compensation and I bring this like a stop down, it's affecting the brightness of my whole scene, right? So I could go to like 5, make it super bright, or I could go to like -1 and make it kind of dark. Super useful. This is like probably one of the best like actors in the game that will affect like your overall look of the scene, because if you think about it, Disguise has taught us to color calibrate the wall at a certain brightness and our cameras at a certain exposure value, right? So if we change that, that will affect the color calibration. We have to do it all over again. So if we change it in Unreal, that's affecting the exposure without touching anything. So if you're trying to like make the scene brighter, you would do it through here. Here you have some other settings that are really cool too. You have fake bokeh. So if you ever want to like add some like lens flare or bloom. So I'm gonna make the exposure super bright. Let's go like 2 maybe. And then if I go to like bloom, and let's bring the intensity to like some crazy value. So now you'll see that it kind of has that like Korean soap opera effect where like everything's like out of, you know. But if I go to like, you know, you can kind of see it here. See how I have those like circles? That's your fake bokeh. So similar to what you would see in camera, you would actually get real bokeh in your lens, which I think is pretty cool. Okay. And then what else? So you have some options to like change how intense you want your shadows. So if you go to local exposure, shadow contrast, I can make the shadows appear darker, although it looks like it's not working really quick for some reason. Might be because I have the skylight on. Here we go. So if I go to the post-process volume, shadow. There we go. So see how it's getting darker the moment that I increase the slider. So you have options like that. Let's see, what else is there that I can show you? You have a vignette if you want. So if you want to apply like a film vignette, and make it super like detective style. So yeah, you have options. The post-process volume, like all assets, they can be toggled temporarily, but this one does not have a hidden in game to make sure that like if you didn't want the post-process volume to affect, you just click infinite extend unbound, and that will bring it back to this cube. So now like you'll see the post-process is not applied, but if I go here, it is. So now it's collected to this region. But to make it apply to the whole scene, you would tick this checkbox. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I want to cover in Unreal for now. And then I'll kind of get into more render stream. Do you guys have any questions about what we covered so far? Anything that you were curious about?
I don't know, I probably missed something, but
This is safe, good.
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
That's the gist so far.
Okay. I think it will also click in place once you guys like work with like the actual set too. So,
Yeah.
All right, cool. Why don't we take like a 10-15 minute break and then come back.
Are you cold?
Trying
Yeah.
to steal a sweater from across the street.
Yeah, you can also wear this.
Water time.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, go get one.
Anyone need anything from your students?
Booster? I don't think so.
There was a medium hoodie and an XL neck next to this one.
I'll be swimming in the Exxon. I can do live.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm back.
Mac, Jada, nice to meet
Jada,
you.
did we meet? Oh.
I think we did.
Okay,
I
sorry.
think we did.
It's a
No,
lot of
you're
faces.
good. I'm just gonna join in.
Cool.
You don't mind.
Not at all.
Let me go close the
Chair
door.
for you.
I'll just close the door.
Oh, fencing. You don't have to do that yourself.
No, that's cool. I could use the walk. I gotta fit the role of an underpaid teacher, you know what I mean?
They do everything.
Oh, wow.
Let's just make
You
sure
drop
this
this
is
off at
on.
home.
Yes. Okay, great. Okay, cool. So yeah, we are getting close, I guess, to like showing you how to load the scene itself. But I also did want to kind of teach you, I guess, sort of like both theory but also logical of like how I've set everything up to kind of work. Because Unreal does run in tandem with Disguise, but there are a few kinks about like setting it up, and so I'm gonna try and make it like as idiot-proof and easy to understand for you guys. But feel free to stop me if you like have any questions or you're lost, right?
Okay.
So Unreal runs on a process called end display, and that's what RenderStream uses. And all it is doing is basically the same way that you launch Unreal in game mode, right? So if I were to launch this in game mode, it launches the scene, but it is able to map according to where your LED screen is. So typically, if you were just doing it through Unreal's native end display feature, you would actually, what you would do is you would make kind of like a representation of your wall. So you would actually kind of have a wall that matches this, a wall that is adjacent to it to the side, and then one on the floor. And in Unreal, you would tell the program, I want to be able to cast the world with a wall that's like 3 meters by 4 meters, another wall that's 3 meters by 3 meters, and a floor that's 4 meters by 4 meters, right? Disguise is taking care of all of that through its RenderStream plugin, so we don't really need to worry about that in Unreal. What we do need to worry about in Unreal is how to make changes in here and then upload them to RenderStream. And what that process is called multi-user. And so I'll show you that real quick. So let's go ahead and close this project. We'll save. So multi-user, all it is like if you ever played online before and you've hopped into like a lobby with your friends, that's essentially what it's doing with the Disguise machines, with my computer over here. So if I launch Unreal Engine 5.6 again in the Epic Games browser, so we'll go ahead and launch that. And so here, just a reminder, it shows you the recent projects that you've opened so far. But you can actually, if you click this Browse option, it will take you to your File Explorer. In Mac, this will be Finder, but in Windows, it'll be the File Explorer or Windows Explorer. And so you could use this to open specific projects. You can also, if you go to your folder of choice and you find the project that you want to open, you can actually double click that as well. It will open up the project and launch, right? So if I didn't want to go through the hassle of opening the launcher, I could very much just go through here, RenderStream Projects 5.6, and then this is the file structure I've created. Here's the U project. If I double click that, it should launch, right? So this splash screen, this is something that you're able to add in your project settings if you want like a custom one. But what I'll show you next is that I basically made a bunch of different templates for us to use, which will come pre-installed with all the plugins, textures, materials, tools that you will need for this. So again, making it very simple for you guys. But
Brian, where can I go? Obviously, since I just started a little late with you guys on
Yeah.
this, just to like be in the general realm of what you're doing.
sure, yeah. So you just go to Film, and then you can go to like
Yeah.
Blank Original Productions.
Thank you.
Are you going to Troy's anymore?
Oh, I haven't RSVP yet. It's the same time as the game.
Sorry.
So here is the set that we've made for this shoot for the style pod, right?
Okay.
You'll see that I have it set so it opens on this blank project like almost immediately. I do it for two reasons. One is like I think it's good to have like a blank level to kind of signify that you've opened the project, and two, it's really nice to be able to load the project without having to load like your set, which might be a lot longer to load if you have a lot of things in it.
Wait, can you say that again?
So basically, you'll notice that this is the blank level, right? But it's my Unreal project made for the style pod. So I basically said, hey, Unreal, load the blank level first before you load anything else.
Okay.
And this is kind of like a good buffer, so that way you're not just waiting for your scene to load,
Okay.
right? But I'll go ahead and load the scene that I made. So
It would like overwhelm the system if you try to do it at the same time. Like, just
So you're saying instead of like loading up the entire thing all at once, you have it like a blank session, then you're loading your layers after,
yeah, exactly.
as opposed to asking the system to not only
Yeah, 'cause
open up but then open up all this complex shit.
Right, so you could like ask, in theory you could set it so that it loads everything on startup. I just prefer to do it this way, so that way you have the right level kind of set, right? So
Gotcha.
yeah. So here's our complex set level, right? So obviously everything has been built over the past couple of weeks. There's not a whole lot to change. So how do we get it so that way when we launch it on the wall, we can make changes in real time if we ever want to tweak, right? So this is where a technology called multi-user comes in. So multi-user, like I said, is basically kind of similar to how you and your friends would play a game on a server. And what you do is you will go to the multi-user browser. To get there, you just go to Window, and then there's a multi-user browser. And if the check mark is there, that means that you have the window open. But to go to it, you can also just click it again, and it'll show where your multi-user browser is. Usually it's docked in the details page.
Am I able to open this on this computer?
Yeah, let me see if I can help you.
Sorry.
So to do that, you want to go to Film, Video Events. Let's go to Virtual Production Template.
Create that?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Me?
Yep.
All right.
So the style podcast assets and sets aren't on this, accessible on this computer.
Not on that computer, no, because you don't have the project file that I have.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How do you? I know I'm getting a little bit ahead. How do you typically hand that off? Not that we're gonna have to do it, because I guess everything is gonna be in the system. But how would you typically hand off like a project file or?
That's actually a great question. So I think, why don't we actually do that? So what you could do is, if you ever wanted to give a project to somebody, you have two options of doing it. You could basically copy this entire project folder that it's housed in, so everything that's in here, or you have the option of making a zip file.
Okay.
So if you go into your project browser and you click File, you'll see that it says Zip Project.
Okay.
So you can click that, and it will save it as like a zip, right? So I'm gonna zip this up.
Okay.
I'm also going to free file sync this project over as well, and then let's see. Maybe I can give you guys the drive, and maybe you can install the project and see if it opens.
Is that a good idea? Is that cool?
Well, let's try it. I've never done it before with multiple computers, but if you guys get your project on here, it'll be cool because I'll kind of have it configured so you can reach. Maybe you can join my session in the multi-user session.
Just when I open up this virtual production template,
Yeah.
it's not necessarily blank. I mean, it's just giving me this, but it's like there's even like text and stuff, just kind of like telling me about things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's normal.
And then what is this? Just like a layer that I can make go away or something? This text layer?
Yeah, it should be. It should all be these actors here, and you'd be able to just like hide them and unhide them. So yeah, let me zip up the project and then get you guys going.
And it would be no different than if we just compressed it in the Finder, or is it just safer to do it in Unreal?
It's safer to do it in Unreal, but if you wanted to zip it in Finder as well, I've had that work for me before as well. So no big deal if you do it through Finder. Okay, 5.6. Let's go ahead and, yeah, set folder.
Are y'all sign in the iCloud when y'all work through it? Okay. 'Cause I don't know why we don't have that code already on there. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna 9 p.m. for the premiere.
I thought it was like 7:30. I'm not doing
I
that.
did too.
Actually, fucking
For Troy.
yeah.
He texted me today asking if he needed photos.
Did he really?
Yeah.
For $1,000?
He said he'd pay, but I said I'd busy.
It just starts. I thought it was like 7. I'm not gonna lie.
It was like 7:30.
9 p.m. I don't want to like take my phone out and watch it. I mean, it's not far from my house, so I might stop by. I'm gonna stop by, but I'm gonna just show my face and be like,
All right, so guess we'll do it on Mac's laptop. So here, see if you can open it through here.
Let's plug this bad boy in, dude.
Mhm.
All right, so then I'm just quite literally dropping the project file right onto my.
Yeah.
Ryan, I would launch Unreal, but I don't have Xcode on this somehow. Doesn't have Xcode.
Yeah, I got you. That's what I was trying to install for Jared.
Oh,
That's the
cool,
other
cool,
thing
cool.
you needed.
What's this
Okay.
one called?
It's called P260604.
Style 56?
Yeah, copy that entire project folder to your.
Should I take the zip or no?
Don't take the zip. Just take the folder itself. Yeah, sweet.
It's only it's under 6 gigs, the whole thing.
It will be more because I removed some of the folders that are like temporary cache. So total project size would be like 6 gigs. Yeah. Yeah, the engine install is a lot heavier than the what's it called? Than the project file itself.
Here you are, sir. Now I'm going to be dropping this into projects folders, or what do I do to access it now?
So now if you double click that folder to access it. So if you double click the U project, you should be able to launch it now. So you can actually quit out of this My Project 3.
Might make it easier, right?
Yeah. If you move the,
I'm good, thank you.
it's not showing up. Let's see. Click allow. There you go. Now it's opening.
Oh, dude. The load up, the startup screen, it even says Complex XR.
Yep.
How'd you do that?
So I made my own custom like splash. So I can
Yeah.
show you in the
When
project
I'm
settings.
opening it, it's
It does it.
instead of the Unreal splash screen, it says Complex XR.
I don't even know. Like,
That shit is hard, bruh.
who even made that?
Me.
Like, what?
It's really easy. Just basically you make it on Photoshop, and then on Unreal you can load it as like an image as you're like loading startup screen. So if you want, you can actually take a selfie and then put it up there, and then it'll show like your selfie with Unreal like launching. It's pretty funny.
Oh, I'm about to make my custom in Photoshop tonight, boy. Put on the wall. Little Flip Skylight custom.
Yo, Lucas, could you open up my MacBook real quick?
Yeah, it died, so I just put it
Oh, it died? Damn, that was fast.
Yeah. I need to put my John in too, dude. My shit is out of debt. You got it.
It's hard typing with one hand. There we go. Okay.
Unfortunately, no supported volumes have been found.
Didn't get a code. Resend code.
France trying to sightsee.
Allow. 030-157.
Yeah, the good speaker computer stand. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you know it.
Oops.
Oh, Michaela. Later
So,
on, would you be
I think
able
it's just slow,
to
but
drop something off?
go ahead
at
and like just click
Autorama?
get and then install.
We have like we packed up those IFBs. No.
But they're right on top of the box.
Okay, bet. So I just need a rental gear thing to go back to the rental house by 5 p.m. So I figure later on, after we're like kind of done with the training, we start to move into the other stuff, and it'll be a good time for you to go. I'll make sure that you have everything you need. You have the address, and we'll send you in a car.
Awesome.
Wait, the IFBs that I picked up,
Mm-hmm.
they can go to Auto.
Or sorry, not Auto. Yeah, don't go to Auto.
I was gonna
Don't go to
say, those are two very different.
Yeah. Okay, I've got my session, bro. I'm on the blank thing. So now, when I want to pull up my layers or levels, I go to level. I have my persistent.
Yeah, but you're in the blank. So now you got to go to the style pod level. You go in your content browser.
Control.
Yeah. And then everything will be housed in the 00 custom folder. And then under maps, version 3, style pod v3.
Click and drag into the scene.
No, just double click it. That'll open the level.
Mac, I liked your message in the New York office Slack yesterday.
Yeah. I had to call out like
Scott.
Don't take the Scott. You saw that?
Oh,
McKenzie
yeah,
posted
he was
pictures of-
bugging.
And then I saw that the girl, like Lucas had pointed out that the girl that was taking pictures also posted it, so I had to hit her on DMs on Instagram, being like, "Yo, like I need you to take this down like right away."
You know how if that got back to
Bro, they were not.
Did
like,
you see that he responded personally? Like,
Yeah,
to the whole
and then I
chat?
DM'd him. I'm like, "Yo, sorry, like I was asked to like make that." He's like, "It's all good." He's like, "That's my bad. I didn't know." He's like, "Now I know."
Yeah.
Don't ever.
yes, no way.
Don't you ever do that.
They freaked out over sharing the style pod motion reel. I'm like, if they saw that.
Okay, I'm saying light needs to be rebuilt, dude.
Just give it a second.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's preparing time.
It's because, so like I said, since you're working on Mac, the
Mhm.
GPU of Windows machines are going to differ from what it has on the Mac. So you don't have like hardware ray tracing. Mine does. So it will give you that.
It's so cool that I can now, like, as opposed to just what I've seen, I can like go and walk around this place. Now.
Yeah, exactly.
I need a 3 out.
There's
No, I
even
need
a
it.
window right here.
Oh, so he has this same template?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you that on my hard drive.
Now, anything that I change on there, is it gonna change
On what's here?
yours?
No. So that's your own local copy.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was about to say, you're gonna see some crazy shit on there.
So if I wanted
Who
to,
put a dinosaur in this room?
if I wanted to, even in this, I could go into my project settings and change the thing to make it. Basically, I could have a third-person game character walking around this environment.
You don't have the feature pack, so you need to install that again.
Mm.
But in theory, yes. So everything that you're doing is technically not affecting anything that I'm doing.
Right.
However, like in order to join a multi-user session, I'd recommend like not changing anything for now,
Yeah.
because what will happen is essentially all of us will be in the same game and we'll actually see each other like move stuff around, which
It's
is
like
really
when
cool.
you're on a shared dock.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're in there.
I'm in there,
Nice.
dude.
No, we definitely gotta create our own
So
avatars.
this is what Claudia made.
Yeah, this is what Claudia made. I helped tweak the
There's
bunch
a
of
whole
stuff.
other room, bro.
Yeah.
Will we ever be shooting in this other room? Like,
That's where we're gonna hang out, the avatar.
yeah.
It's the break.
And that's
The
so
break
sick.
room.
I'm going through the.
We're gonna put gear back there too.
Yeah, we're gonna store gear. Back. I
Here
think
you
I
go.
found your camera in here,
Oh really, bro? That's right.
bro. Oh, there's a third room. This is so sick.
Oh, really?
So
Sorry,
this
Doc.
would allow us
Yes.
to actually navigate through the space
And I'd close this
and
project
like
for
have
now.
different sets.
Close it out completely?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Save it? No.
Yeah, you can see it.
It's really crazy, bro.
And
I
then
didn't
if you
know
go to Crucial
Yeah,
Extend.
there's two other rooms. There's this one.
All right, so drag
Yeah,
this entire
we go back
folder
in
onto
here.
your desktop.
That's crazy.
There's this scary room. Oh, we're in the back rooms.
Uh-oh. So you could do like an animated intro to the show.
Yeah, you could like do a fly through of the whole space, right?
That's crazy. Gotta, ooh,
You gotta
do that.
put the bar in here or something.
That,
Put a pool table in here.
Yeah, billiards in the back.
such a slow download crack code.
This is fucking sick, dude. So now if I push G, that takes away all the things that are. So the chairs that are placeholders that are like our director's chairs, and not the ones that are against the window, but these two on the set with the mic booms, I can see, and then when I tap G, all my like info goes away, including those chairs. So those are just there; they're not actually in the scene.
So those, yeah, exactly. So they won't be there when you render, and the reason for that is because those chairs that you see, all they're doing, like those ones that you just you hid, they're contributing shadows. So so they're there to like kind
help
of
us line this up so that we could like it'll. So we're gonna have virtual shadows in these chairs.
Yeah, it was something I was experimenting with because they were saying that it just looked too floaty. So like I basically put those there and then kind of half-assed like where they were in alignment, and then like
That's really sick, bro.
yeah.
That's really sick. That's an easy way to ground objects is to like give them their own shadow, so it really looks like they're in space.
Yeah, that was kind of like
Without
Mark.
using like a practical light out here, which would give us all sorts of other issues.
Yeah, yes, because like if you do it with a practical, you have the chance of like blowing out the floor. For this
Right.
one, I actually like don't think it's that big of a deal, but it is one of those things where it's like, you know, how do you kind of, this was Mark's idea actually, like to, because he was thinking like if we are able to like fake reflections this way, will it track? And I've only done it this method when like rendering movies, but not necessarily like through XR. So when I found out that like you could do this, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
So the shadows do track.
They do. They won't align perfectly though, because the chairs are not like 1-to-1 scale.
Right.
So I've had to like cheat basically how big they are in order for it to make it look somewhat okay.
Okay.
I'll show you once like it's up,
I
but
feel like my computer's fighting for its life right now.
Yeah, mine too.
It's like scalding hot.
you're good. Did you get a copy? All right, sweet. So now just inject this drive.
Oh.
Button.
Let me know. Is that done installing, Jay?
No, it's almost done, but it's still going.
Okay, sweet. So now go here. Actually, sorry. Go to your Epic Games browser.
Pablo not
Launch
having
again.
like this one, like,
You know what I mean? Just like put it
It's
to
okay.
the following week.
Yeah.
Do you have this as like an app on your desktop?
I do,
Read
yeah.
is out.
So go to
Pablo's
browse.
now fine. Push the fucking shit.
And then if you go to your desktop,
Why try to shoot it during the World Cup week?
style, Flash 6, and then click the C
Yeah, you're
project,
right. That doesn't even make
and then
sense.
click open.
Sorry.
There you go. And then click allow. There you go.
You.
Complex
XR, baby.
Do it.
Alrighty. So.
Throw Rashawn in there.
Yeah.
Dude. Get Nick back from the White House. Let's go. How many dudes just at the White House right now? I know. He's gonna be there for like another 5 days, right? 4 days.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, I meant to send him like somewhere to go.
Nah, do you still need your computer program?
I don't. You're able to open the project, right, Lucas?
I've just been watching YouTube things because it died.
Oh, but like, did you? Because I put the project on that computer, so I think you should be able to open it.
put it on?
Yeah.
It needs your...
There you go. You're on it. Sweet. You can ignore these.
Lucas, I'm gonna do the form from yesterday. You just gave them the two SSDs.
2 SSDs. Okay, cool. One was audio, one was video.
Got it. Okay. Okay, I got Xcode. Launch Unreal.
Oh, I think you need a charger too, bud. Do you have a charger on you?
Zach, there's no
Oh, it's
sticker
burning through pretty
printer,
quick, huh?
right?
Yeah.
Sticker printer, like a label printer?
Yeah. Or what
Yeah.
kind of stickers?
Yeah, like a label.
Yeah, we have a label maker. It's across the street at Booster.
Like the one where you type in
Yeah, it's just like
words.
Or like if I wanted to print a PDF picture and make a sticker on it.
Oh no, I don't think we have that here. No, unfortunately. But
You
you could
could-
ask the people in design. Maybe they have them.
You could also probably, can't you just like buy a sticker
paper.
sheet and then put it in the printer?
Mm-hmm. Because we have photo printers.
Yeah.
What the hell? Ryan it did install Xcode. I did.
Okay, sweet.
Um,
Be there in a second.
okay.
It made me like update a shader thing as well.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, it said it wasn't enabled.
Oh, I said I installed it. Oh my god.
You should be fine. I think it happens. Hmm. Interesting.
I should be seeing just a black box.
Oops. What's up?
I should be seeing just a
Yeah,
black
yeah.
box.
Yeah. So now if you go to your content jar here, and then go to the 00 custom, double click that, go to maps, and then this is the one. Yeah. Okay. So, Jermaine,
Yes, sir.
that Xcode window, you can click the blue button to click install.
Just the one. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see how it takes a little bit longer when you press play. Kind of like load all the stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see, why is this not working? Here we go. Okay. All right, here we go, Lucas. Sorry. See this here. Let me take your thing. Just configure it real quickly.
Yeah.
So, Mac, while you're waiting, could you connect to the guest Wi-Fi? Because I don't think it'll work in the complex one, unfortunately.
What's the password for the guest?
It should be on that paper over there. The COM9.
COM capital C,
Yeah.
OM9, capital L, hashtag
XNYC.
Well, you have
Yeah.
so you can do the one instead of guest. Just not
All right, I'm on the guest for Wi-Fi.
Sweet.
Mine, for some reason, is still saying lights need to be rebuilt.
That's fine. You can ignore that. You're good.
Is it the full emails or just the full?
Let's see if this works now. Keep messaging.
Ryan, are these all like free items that you got?
From the marketplace, yeah. Yeah.
And you're just allowed to use them commercially?
Yeah, some of them have some specific licenses, but otherwise, like, you could use it commercial, no problem. Okay.
This is Unreal Engine, which is like its main use is it's like for creating the thing. They built Fortnite with this, right?
Yeah.
Fortnite was made with this. And it's does Epic Games own it?
Yes.
It's owned by Epic Games. And then it connects to another thing called Disguise,
Yes.
which is how
Could you tap this again? Mm-hmm. Yep, thank you. Okay. Should connect, but I guess yours doesn't see it, but that's fine. This is something else, guess Wi-Fi. Okay, and then let me check yours, Jermaine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here. There's one more thing you need to install. Components. This. Once that's done, you should be able to launch Unreal.
Okay.
And then let me see your computer. No, you're good. So you're on to guest Wi-Fi now, yeah?
I am, yeah.
Sweet.
So it's imperative that when I join with yours, we're not doing random bullshit, changing the scenes.
They sent you
For actually, so I don't think you're able to connect to that one
Okay.
because of like the IP. So what I'm trying to do is see if if Lucas can launch a session on his and you can join his.
Join his.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we're not actually touching the master file.
Yeah, I'm just gonna show you basically how it works, and then you can like see it'll happen through
I
like
can
his
leave
end.
an Easter egg in there for Lucas to find.
Exactly.
Can I drop a mesh in there with a camera and just stash it in one corner?
Probably, dude.
Probably, right? Would that be a prop, right?
Yeah. Ah, sick. Okay, you found Lucas's session. Great. Okay, cool. That's good. Now
So do
just-
I need to do anything?
I'll show you.
Okay.
And I just gotta see why yours isn't working. Project settings. Enable transport. User editing. Save. Yeah, that's all good. Save all. For some reason, I'm not seeing Lucas's computer. Try relaunching now.
It might be wondering where the other intern is, and I'm like, oh, he's probably here.
Okay, update, dismiss, close, dismiss.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. What's new in Xcode? I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay. For some reason, you can't find his
Hey,
session,
we're launching.
but
Launching?
Oh, we're like to be in the same session together? you're saying?
yeah. So I guess just shoulder over him for now or Mac.
Okay.
But it principle wise, it's like the same because you typically wouldn't connect with your MacBooks anyway. I'm just using it to show like how it works, right? Okay, cool. So multi-user session. So like I said, basically multi-user is a way of being able to connect different users to kind of edit a scene at the same time. Multi-user is also how we put real changes to the disguise machines when they're running the Unreal scene, right? So what I did on Lucas's computer, because there's no way I think for you guys to be able to connect to this machine, I think it's on a different network. So what I did on his computer or my MacBook is I launched a server, and so on this machine you launch a server by clicking this launch a server button. When you do that, it opens up this window. You won't see these lists of items. It'll probably be blank, but you'll see that you'll have this tab or this row that says active sessions. There's nothing there because we don't have a session running. Sessions are what contain the project, the Unreal project, and the session for everybody to join. So we need to add a session. So I'm going to add it.
Wait,
And
I'm already lost. Sorry, dude.
no, you're good.
This
So
is the shared session, right? With your name on it.
yeah, so you already actually are in a session with Lucas, so you're good.
Okay.
You don't need to do anything that I'm doing.
Copy.
We're in
Yeah.
a session, man.
We're in a session, bro.
You're in a session, yeah.
Dude.
Oh, bro.
So, like I said, Lucas made the server and the session. Mac has now joined Lucas's session, and now if you actually go in the scene, you can actually find each other, and you'll see basically like a floating head with like a curved monitor.
Yo, I see you, bro.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I want to turn this eye. I'm gonna let y'all, have y'all
Where
fun.
are you, bro?
Bro, turn around.
Let me give you the
Other way,
project,
other
dude.
way.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I'm right by the other
So go ahead and
chair.
close that window.
Turn around. Keep going. You see me?
Should I close? Okay.
No.
Click allow. Okay, and then add this here.
All right.
Are you in game mode?
No.
So,
Wait,
so really nice.
I see you.
Why can't I see Lucas, dude?
I'm incognito.
Oh,
There's
it says
Lucas.
Ryan
Yeah.
Combs. Whoa, where we going, bro?
Why are you? Whoa, back up, bro.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So drag that folder to your desktop.
I don't think that you can do game mode in this.
Oh.
I don't
You
know
can,
if
yeah.
You want to beef
Oh.
with me on the
And
style
then let that go. And then while you're waiting for, oh, nice. While you're waiting, go ahead and inject that drive.
All right.
Wait, do you see these rooms over here?
Crucial X thing. Is this an SSD?
Yeah, should be that. It should just eject. There you go. Okay, sweet. And then go ahead and connect to the guest Wi-Fi. Also, where is it?
I know my desktop is doing this stage manager thing.
Oh, I see.
don't-
Got you.
Yeah.
So anyway, just connect to the guest Wi-Fi while
Okay.
we're waiting on you.
COM hashtag not or some,
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys are in a session, right? So if you are moving and changing things, you guys will be able to see those changes happen in real time. It's like if you move a chair, for instance, Lucas should see Mac moving that chair and vice versa.
You in the chair, man?
Yeah, we're behind you, dude, out.
And then I need to open this new project file, right?
Yeah, you should be able to open it by double clicking.
Watch this, Lucas.
There you go. And then click allow.
All right.
This is just like a copy of it, right? Like you
Yeah.
mess something up.
Exactly,
Yeah,
yeah,
here's
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see this behind
So
you?
then there's like boots to like 80.
And then to the booth.
You can also like, yeah. You can also mess with like the
I have to go
size.
buy a new backpack today.
Did you guys build this like street and build it?
You can like.
So that's what I meant by like it being a 360. So you'll see that like this is like a 360 photo, and then these are just images that they gave to me, and I've basically I've cut it out so it's transparent in the background and layered them. Those are just pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think that's just me and you.
Oh, okay.
Look, it's peeping, dude. I'm gone. I'm outside.
You're outside,
I'm out
Mac?
here, bro.
You don't want to get a bagel? What's going on?
I'm going to Chanel. Look, there's a Chanel store
Chanel.
right here.
Yo,
Wait, it's so trippy. Bro.
can I be diagnosed with something? What does it mean when your hands are always sweaty?
When you're sweaty.
Yeah, always.
Don't know, man.
I need
There's
to-
a term for it.
Oh God.
Like if you.
I need
Cancer.
Do I need, hey,
Just
do I
kidding,
need
I'm just
the
kidding.
do I need the WebMD?
Damn.
Like,
Hey.
I don't even be nervous. I don't even feel nervousness, bro. All right.
Nice. All right, cool. So you got the project loaded. You can ignore all of that.
Okay. Oh, I'm about to join the session. Y'all just wait. Give me a second.
Nah, bro, we're good.
No. Don't
No, we're
worry
good,
about it.
bro.
No, don't worry.
Are these supposed to be
Let them cook.
Yeah. If you tap G on your keyboard, it'll like show you a preview of what it would actually look like without all the information in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's a directional line. Who built this set?
Claudia.
Who is this woman I keep hearing about?
You guys actually met her. She went across the street to Booster one day.
Oh yes. All right.
Oh, damn.
That's right. She was like, "Oh, I'm
Yes.
looking around for something."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Oh.
So it probably is going to take some time to load.
Okay.
And then once it loads, same thing. Go to Window,
Mhm.
multi-user edit, multi-user browser, and then you don't have to launch a session, but
Okay.
or launch a server, but see if you can find Lucas's session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucas, give me. Yeah. What's the name of your session?
I think it's called Ryan Paz.
Like Ryan's MacBook or something like that.
Okay.
You'll see me on there too, bro.
Oh, y'all both in there?
You'll see.
So he was able to
Okay.
get in.
Yeah. For some
Is it
reason
being
you're
on the same Wi-Fi maybe.
Next semester.
Yeah, but you are on the Wi-Fi though, so that's the thing that's a bit confusing.
So I feel like I'm gonna do a little.
Where would I go to try that again?
You would go to Window.
Yo, I'm gonna have to jump on a meeting at 1:30, but you guys just like
Use a
go on
browser.
without me.
Copy that.
Okay, sounds good. Multi-user browser, and then it should show up here. You shouldn't have to launch a server. Do you need your MacBook with you, Mac, on the meeting?
No, I can go IRL. I think.
Okay, sweet. I was gonna say if you could like
If
give
not-
it to
if
Jared.
not, I can. Yeah, I'm happy to share this production laptop.
Yeah.
Can we add Michaela to the studio calendar?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's it. So now double click it.
Oh, I'm in that session.
Oh, I'm in it.
Oh yeah. When I spawn, don't nobody say anything.
So now you're in.
Oh yeah.
Welcome.
Can I change my username?
Yes, you can. If you go to, oh, you got the spinning beach file.
Oh
though.
my god. I've got to get a better MacBook.
This is up for grabs. It just might need to be plugged in wherever it goes.
Jasper?
Michaela, I'm gonna add you to. a
Jared, you wanna
number
take this one
of,
for now?
Yeah.
calendars.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get this done.
It's like the main thing I
don't have to change my email.
Something at school I do it.
This is super slow, my connection.
Yeah. So,
I was preparing the shapes.
Is this with the?
yeah, give it a second. So when it does that, all it's meaning is that the GPU and CPU are like working together to kind of like load all those different textures in.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys should be in. So.
I mean, I guess I do use Blender on this computer. I need the beats.
Yeah, so actually Compass Music posted it and then Rocky because
Who's moving stuff? Hey.
Compass Cloud is like a physical in-person.
That's you?
Now I'm just walking around.
It's like
Oh.
It's in here.
That's you walking.
last year.
Wait, snooping.
But it's like
You
they
checked
have,
out these
like,
other rooms yet, or no?
performances.
Nah, I'm still trying to, I'm spawning, you know, I'm still waking up. So once my guy is awake,
I'm going for
My favorite flow is actually just.
Oh, yeah, I'm not just talking about
Still loading for
I don't know
you?
why.
Yeah, 67%.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
While that's loading, so I'll explain. So obviously you guys are in a session right now, right? So you're able to see each other, you're able to make changes. This is not how it would go next week. How it would go basically is on this computer, on my computer here, I would be the one launching the server and making the session because you want the Unreal computer, this editor machine, to be the one that hosts it. The render stream machines will join my session.
Okay.
The same way that you guys have joined Lucas's session.
The one you're in front of.
Right. So I've launched a server, and I'm also going to now create a session. This session, my naming convention is like MU, which stands for multi-user.
Okay.
I'll put the name of the project, which is style, and then I'll put a number. And this number basically increases every single time you start a new session. So we're on session 17. I'll hit enter. And so now I'm in a session, and my screen should basically mirror what you guys are seeing, right? In Lucas's session, I have a white dot, I have my computer name, and then I'm able to see any of the people on there, right? Now to get to the skies end on things, let's see if I can, how do I mirror this?
So do we need to do that ourselves, or are you going to just leave the session open?
You do need to do this yourself, so this is really probably crucial once we get to that point. So I'm going to close this. And are you still joining, Jermaine?
Yeah. I should be in there now.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, I think you're loaded. So you should be able to see it, right? Okay. Okay. So if everyone wants to just gather around here, because I can't really mirror the skies on the LED wall.
Computer's hot,
Yeah.
boy.
A little bit. I mean, I'm learning it here. Like, this is like kind of like the side that I didn't see as much now. I mean, I had this one past, but I support space. I have like balance, French, short film.
Okay. So first things first, for render stream, you have to make a render stream layer. For some people who have not taken the Disguise training, well, first off, the people who haven't even looked at Disguise, this is what Disguise is. Disguise is essentially a video playback software that allows you to map different things to this wall. As I said before, Unreal has its own version of launching its projects. However, that requires a lot more finesse, and so Disguise takes all care of all the hard work. So that's actually how I've been streaming my computer is I've been actually using Disguise to like bring my monitor here onto here. But just a refresher, you can replace it with any video really, right? So I could even put George up there if I want to. You know, I could put up a video of like a sync test, you know. So that's what Disguise is doing. So really, it's handling a lot of the back end in terms of like video, display, tracking, that sort of thing. So to actually get Unreal on board, it requires making a render stream layer. You create a layer by doing Control L and typing render stream. This should have been made for you already, which is this one right here. Then when you click on it, you should find the setting that's called workload, right click, and then here's where you configure your project. It should say the same name of the project that you guys are all on, P260604. We'll know this is correct because you could type it in here, and this one is different. That says 530, so that was made on May 30th, and it's not the most recent one, right? So we want the one that was made pretty recently on June 4th. The cluster pool is the machines that are rendering the scene, so we want it on 445, 446. And then the outer frustum and the inner frustum channels, this is all done on the render stream actor, so I'll go over again how to do that on the project. Again, you shouldn't need to touch this, but if for whatever reason it doesn't work, I'll give you guys a tutorial on how to do this. But basically this is the setting that you want, and you want this on outer and inner. The project that we're on is Complex Class Temp, but the real project will be called Complex Style Pod. So make sure you're opening that project, but this is just a duplicate project to show you guys for like education purposes, right? Okay, so remember how I made the session here and I called it MU Style 17. in order to make sure these machines join that session, I need to make sure that these machines know that's the session name. To do that, I have to right-click Asset, and then under Engine Settings right here, if I right-click it again, you'll see there's a setting that's called Enable Multi-User Edit. By default, this will be checked off, but again, this should be checked on. And then here is where it says Multi-User Session Name. So this is where I want to match the name of this session, MU Style 17, here. So I would change the 13 to a 17, and then I want to make sure that the multi-user session host matches the name here. So it's Studio Editor A, and here there's hyphens because on Windows there's no spaces. So it would be Studio Editor A.
And that's engines. This is all in engine settings.
Yeah. So you would right click here and you would click it. Make sure you're in Unreal Engine Settings resource. Right click, and then there you go. So as long as this, and you can take a picture of this if you want, like reference, but as long as this looks somewhat like this, you'll know that you have everything set, right? So yeah, go ahead and take a picture of that. Good? Okay, so now that you have everything set, the last thing you want to make sure before you start a session is that your projects on this machine and this machine have to be almost exactly identical. So to do that, we use a software called Free File Sync. Free File Sync, basically all it does is it makes it so it transfers the content from this computer to those computers and makes sure that they mirror each other. So I have this production template already, saved for you. Click that, and then you should see D Render Stream Projects Production. That's this computer transferring to 445 and 446. If it looks like this, it's good. And make sure you're in the production folder as well. You hit compare. These are the changes that have been made so far to this project, right? And you'll know that it's good because it has a green arrow and an addition sign, which means that there's stuff on this side that has not been updated on the other side. So if this is all looking good, hit synchronize. This is the amount of items that need to be synced over. It's 880 kilobytes. Click start. You can hit ignore. And it says completed with warnings, but that's fine. That means that we now are synced. So now that these projects are identical, if I hit start, in theory, it will launch the same project that I have, but it will also join my session. So we'll give it a second.
So after you synced it, you didn't press anything else?
Yes, I just click start on here to launch it, yeah. So it says starting. It takes a couple minutes for it to load. And once it loads, you'll see it populate on the screen pretty quickly. So give it a second. Oop. Okay, so we have a crash, which can happen sometimes. So let's go see what the crash was caused by. Remote textures time mismatch. Okay, so no problem. We'll just go ahead and stop it and restart. Just make sure don't have multiple ones.
But you only have to sync one time, right?
In theory, yes. Yeah. You shouldn't have to do it multiple times.
So there's like things that got changed.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, we're not changing that.
So it's a lot, yeah. This is probably why it's like good to kind of go over this now. But yeah. But crashes can happen, so if it happens, don't worry about it. I would say just keep starting it until it launches.
So engine settings 44, 35. The RX machines need to be toggled, and then match and then make sure you match
The multi-user session name.
inner, outer, and then the session.
Yeah. So there you go. Project's loading up. It will show discarding requests in red. That just means it's like uploading shaders. But once you see running okay, that's the green light. You have everything going on. And then you can verify it's joined the session because it says node 0, node 1, 445, 446. So now, in theory, if I were like to hide this laundry cart, the same way that I showed you how to hide stuff, Boom. So now it's gone. So that is how you're able to make sort of real-time changes on the wall the same way. So since you guys are now in a multi-user session, go ahead and make some changes on your laptop, and then I will show you basically how to save those changes, because there's a very specific process for it. So go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm deleting the whole wall. Right, we need a.
I need to unlock it. I got you.
Alright, so. Just learned about the reorder grid feature.
There you go.
Reorder grid feature.
Repairing shaders. Okay.
I just realized how low the party post was. I really want to
If I'm just, how do I get to a lower quality?
So you can move faster.
Yeah.
So you would go here, and then you would go to viewport scalability, and then I could go to like medium, and that should like, it's gonna re-render the shaders, but it should be a little bit faster now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even this looks a lot smoother. Like,
Yeah.
and it was on cinematic at first.
It was on Epic actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You usually leave it on cinematic.
Yeah, usually just on my computer to make sure that I'm getting, because this is rendering on the wall and cinematics getting scaling. So,
Cool.
yeah.
reorder grid. What do I want to do? Just move it all around.
I think the lights are still being brought in.
Ryan,
Yeah.
mine's like weird. What's going on?
It's like opium.
Opium.
Let's see here.
Opium,
Oh.
baby.
What button was that?
That was, you had viewport scalability onto medium, or so I put it back to Epic. Did it change it for you though as well, Jermaine?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I did not realize that was a thing that synced over. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Let's try, I'll put you in unlit mode then for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got the Minecraft version. All right.
Yeah, yeah. That should help a little bit. Obviously, it won't look as good, but you know,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
This right here, I want to go to hidden. Actor hidden. That should be actor hidden the game.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna press something out. Cool. And I got play mode. It should be gone, and it is gone.
Yep.
That's my change.
Nice.
That's my change.
I made a floating part that holds the light.
Where is it? Oh wait.
Nice.
Nice.
That's looking good.
Yeah, that's what we needed.
You look at that Halloween town.
Yeah.
Fuck it, make the chair flow, bro.
How do I change that text? I change the size of this guy.
Nice.
I put a Joe in the juice outside.
How do I
But yeah, I sent your page.
edit text?
Oh, so that's like actually a texture. So that isn't a text file,
Oh no,
unfortunately.
it's not.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I think if you want to add text, if you go to the create thing again, and the search of text, let's see if it shows up. Yeah, so you got a text render actor. So that'll allow you to put text in it, but
Oh, Chanel is dead ass outside. I thought y'all were.
Well, you could be here for the summer, so the next summer.
Okay.
So.
So this is Wooster? Like.
uh
Nah, I mean not.
the street.
The street,
The street is it might be Broadway. I'm not sure though, because Echo was the one who actually gave those to me. So they actually just might be AI renderings.
Interesting.
So yeah.
I'm just like Chanel.
Yeah. So, sorry, go ahead. You're good.
Does this like thing where it's like a month that rents out like a
Okay, so,
college dorm has like up and coming streamers?
everybody's made a couple changes, yeah?
Yeah, where it's like
Okay,
in-person
so
teaching.
what I want everybody to do now is to save the level. So on the top left, there should be a floppy disk icon.
Okay.
And if you click that, that will save the level.
All right?
The floppy disk.
Yes.
Saved it.
Let me know when everybody's saved.
On top left. This.
That one, yeah. So I think you're good. So everybody's saved, yes? Okay, so now I want to really illustrate a very important thing. So, Jared, I want you to close your project. Okay, now I want you to reopen it, but do not join the session.
Which is the same one here.
Yes. Give it some time. It probably is loading some stuff.
It was like over 100 pages.
I want to see what changes
I
are
mean,
I think there's like floating carts and stuff.
Jared, I don't see your change. No, I'm sorry.
There you go. There's the floating one. No, he resized it. I
That's
think, right?
Lucas's. Where's yours?
No, I put bigger clothes to the
Oh,
right.
for real?
not
That
easy.
goes right.
That's good.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're good.
Wait, you
It's
did
taking a while.
First year.
Oh, the
first
clothing rack.
semester, one of my boys had a tablet. They were,
I didn't even actually hear it.
Sometimes that happens. Unreal's quite a non-forgiving software. Okay. So now if we go here, launch.
So there's too much going on.
It might have just been like when I quit it and then reopened it, it's like, whoa, what we're doing. So, okay. Browse. Here. Okay.
No, that's not good. Alex. He went to national championship. He was like boys with like 2 sophomores.
Okay. So go ahead and open up that level again. So content drawer.
Remember looking at?
So go to your content browser. So control
Oh, right here,
space.
yeah.
Yep. And then go to style pod for your filter.
So our frat was basically
This said Smith.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then if you zoom out, so go ahead and back up.
Yeah.
You know, like it wasn't like we were like.
I got you. So,
Oh my god, that's so
okay. I want everybody to take a look at Jared's screen.
Jared,
Yep.
the big J.
So what do you notice about his project?
About the project?
Yeah. What do you notice here that you're not seeing on yours?
All the like layers on the side, right? On the right.
No, it's all your changes that you made hasn't.
Yeah, the
they
cart was.
They're
floating,
gone, right? It's back to normal.
Yeah.
That's because when you save, you only save on the multi-user session. You're not saving it to your local copy.
Okay.
So in order to do that, you're on the session, right? So,
I think so, yeah.
okay. So in order to save it locally,
Yeah, this is like
you have to
floating
go
around.
to.
Oh,
So it's gone, right? So there's no changes. So, Jared, go ahead and join the session again. So if you go to your window, multi-user browser here,
this would be okay or something.
and then if you find, you should be able to find his session.
Because they're still open within it, right?
Yeah, it should be.
There's a little.
Unless they
We
stop
just
the guest
heard some
Wi-Fi.
of the articles that showed that from school. They were like switching. They did all
Let's see.
academics.
Let's see, sorry.
No, you're good. You want to stay here for a second?
No, you're good. Okay.
Will that be me?
You're good. I just didn't save some of these multi-user editing.
I haven't even like used it yet. The last 2 minutes.
There we go. Okay, so now you should be able to see it. Window, multi-user browser. There you go. Okay, so now if you join, all the changes should pop back up, right? So if you hide that
I mean, I'm
not that one, but if you go hide the yellow button.
Okay, okay. Oh, this is. Oh, okay, all right. Nice.
So now your changes are saved, right? So that means that anything that you click with the save button only saves it to the multi-user session. To save it to your local copy and permanently affect your thing, so you got to go to the bottom right where it says revision control and click persist session changes.
Okay, so should I do it?
Yes.
And then persist?
Yes.
So you're saying that makes it, that updates it for the actual.
It updates
Our
it on your
local
local copy. So how this translates to here is any change that I do here, we need to make sure that when we're saving it, we also push it to the render nodes. So you need to save and then persist.
Got you.
Yeah.
So you have the floppy disk save locally, and then you need to persist.
Exactly.
But you don't need to sync the file again.
So you might need to. So you should save persist, and then if you close the project, then you would sync. Yeah.
But as long as the project is still open, it's fine.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They asked me to take content the other day. I went to the.
So it looks like we had another crash on the LED wall. So I'm going to show you guys, like if you have a project or if the project is not loading well, I'm going to show you kind of how to troubleshoot that, okay?
If it's your one.
Okay.
Also, never mind.
I do,
Go
right?
ahead.
Yeah. It's gonna get lost.
And then there's this platform for like if you're having a little where I'll show it to you with this,
You good?
like all like.
Or do you have questions?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I answered my own question.
No, you're fine.
And so it's like, it like shows like that before yeah. I mean, I would like, if you allow stuff to put in there, then it's much easier. But it's just a website. But it's like,
Oh, I like rough cut this.
Alright.
So let me know when you guys are good.
Yeah.
All good? Okay, sweet. So to troubleshoot, like let's say that you have a project that crashed, right?
Okay.
So if it's giving you trouble, one of the things we can do is we can try to force sync over identical copies.
Okay.
To do that, we would go to the render nodes themselves, and to do that, you can shoot, you're gonna have to kind of come around my desk again. My bad. Okay. So this computer uses a KVM switch, which basically means that you can cycle through different machines. So Control-Alt-C. This machine is your VX3. This is what runs the skies. Okay. And then these two are the nodes that actually put the content up on the screen. So you could do Control-Alt-1 to get here, Control-Alt-2 to get to one of the render nodes, and then this does the same thing. So you can go Control-Alt-3, and so now we're on 445, 446. If your project's giving you trouble, what you can do is you can go to the D drive, go to Render Stream Projects 5.6, and then you can find your project here and just delete it.
okay, hold on.
So same thing, I'll do the same thing here. So go here. All our projects are stored on the D drive. And quick, easy way, these paths should all match, right? So it'll be the D drive here, right? So D drive, Render Stream Projects 5.6, production, same thing here, here's our project, and delete. And you'll see that that's probably why it's crashing, because it looks like there's something going on that's open. So if that happens, go to your task manager and try to find any Unreal processes that are open. You see, it looks like we have these. So I end task on the crash report client editor, as well as here. So here, this is probably why it's crashing, right? So Unreal won't launch if it has multiple instances of the same project running. So if you find that like it's not behaving, just go to your task manager. To do that, you could do Control-Alt-Delete here, task manager, or you can hit the Windows key and search task manager, okay? When you do that, go here, and then, so same thing, end task, end task, end task, and then same thing with here, end task, right? Okay. So we probably don't need to really delete it anymore. So I'm going to go back to my recycling bin, and I'm going to put it back. So restore. Okay, so now going back to our disguise machine, Control-Alt-1, or again, Control-Alt-C, and then it'll show you all the machines, so make sure you're clicking this one, the VX3 machine. Yep. And then let's try it again.
Well, I don't. At this point, I don't know if I'm gonna be out here or what, but yeah. Control-Alt-C.
Control-Alt-C, yeah. I think you might have to and just have Rashawn honestly fly graphics at this point, just because like this is a lot of info that I just don't think he's gonna retain. Yeah. So yeah, let's do through the launch.
Okay. And you save locally before you close down C3.
I saved here, but I still have the session running. So I did persist just to make things clear. But you can see here, if I click persist, I still have some changes I haven't saved yet.
My bad. So you didn't close down Unreal?
No. So I left this open.
Okay.
I just closed down the session here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you clicked stop on D3
Exactly.
on the cluster, and then you just did your changes, and you're just launching the session.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
You're not actually closing the application.
Yeah. So there you go. So now we're running okay.
Okay, cool.
I think things are smooth. We can test out to make sure it changed. Works by like moving this stool. Yep, and the stool did move, so we're good. So at this point, I would save, persist, and when it saves, you'll see the background flash a little bit when it happens, which means that it saved the project, and then persist brings the changes over. And then what I like to do, just for safekeeping, is anytime I know that I've saved a bunch of changes, I like to stop the project here. So if you click stop, you'll see no frames received and it's counting up and down, 6, 7, 8, and then eventually it'll go black, like that. So now I've disconnected all of the nodes from the session, and I see now that I'm the only one online.
Okay.
I do one more save and persist to make sure that I've gotten all the changes. If they're blank, then I'm good. Then I close down the project, and I do a sync here. So then I do compare, sync. These are all the changes that I still have apparently in my memory. Start, ignore, and then close. So now I know for sure, and I'm confident that each of these projects are identical. There's no changes that's permitting, right? So then what I'll do is I'll launch the project again here. So I'll launch it on this computer. And you know how I was saying, and when you make your session name, you increase the number?
Yeah. So
that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a new session, but instead of it being 17, it's 18. So now I'm starting fresh. Yeah.
So now you're starting fresh.
Yeah.
But this wasn't, okay, I see.
Yeah. So now I'm here. Here's my previous session. I don't want to join that.
Right.
I want to start fresh. So I'll create a new session, MU, style 18, right? So now I'm in, and then I'll change it here again.
I see.
So it takes a little bit of coordination, but
Yeah.
you'll get the hang of it.
And that should be the only thing you have to change with that.
From here, yeah, assuming that the whole project works fine.
Right.
So when we do it on Monday, again, we can totally rehearse this when we have stuff up for sure,
Yeah.
right? So that's all good. I'll launch it here. So we'll give it some time again, and it should launch.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah,
The process.
yeah. There we go.
Cool. Okay. Word.
Yeah. So, yeah. Is there anything that is confusing? Anything that seems very intimidating that I can try to help clarify?
I low key want to do it from scratch.
Okay.
Like if you take the engine settings out
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
and then fuck something up, I just want to see if I can do it.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'd also say what would be your anticipation of what we would run into on the day of shooting? You're saying maybe they're gonna want can you add this or can you move that or remove this? It would be scenarios like that.
So, if they request to add anything, any new prop, I would say default answer is no. I've told Gina as well that hey, we've optimized the set, we've prepped it. If I add anything now, it's going to add time on my end. So if they request something new, we want to replace that photo, for instance, that photograph,
Right.
feel free to say no. Like, definitely do not say yes, we can, just because like there's no way you're going to be able to. However, what you might ask is, can we hide that
Remove
photo?
something or hide
Yeah.
something.
Can we change the lighting so that it's a little bit more brighter, right? So you might go to the post-process volume and make changes like, the overall exposure, right? So if like they're saying that's too dark, can you go a stop brighter?
Right.
Those types of changes. Or can you like move this stool a little bit to the left, right? Those are the types of changes I think you can expect. And then on top of that, it's just general troubleshooting, right? So all the stuff that I've kind of gone over, and I'm happy to go over again. But things like if the project crashes, or sometimes what might happen is when you make a change here, it might freeze and it might say like saving, but the loading bar doesn't happen. If that happens, the only thing you need to do is you just got to close your project. Do not close this window, reopen it, and then rejoin the session, and you should be okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'll just show you that real quickly. So go here, go back to our level, and then rejoin 18. All good.
And you're only making a new session, like I said, at 18 and 19, if you make
A ton of changes, or if there's like a problem and it crashes, just to it kind of helps sort of like baseline, keeps everything clean.
Mhm.
So it's like if you experience, like let's say the thing goes down, you know for sure that like, okay, the project is still fine here. I can save, persist, save locally, and then sync everything else offline. And then because something happened in the previous session, you're like, okay, I'm gonna start a new session to make sure that I'm starting clean,
Right.
if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a lot.
No.
It's a lot to take in.
Of
Yeah,
course.
but this is obviously like it requires practice, right? So like I've been doing it for a couple of years now, so it's kind of ingrained in my memory when things happen.
Right.
If it takes a while, just make sure that like you're communicating to the producers. If they're giving you a hard time first off, that's not okay. This kind of stuff can happen. So make sure you're very vocal that like, hey, if you need to get something back up, it's going to take you like 5-10 minutes, right? Yeah. And then, like I said, do not be afraid to say no, because a no is better than a yes that takes way longer than it needs to.
Or a yes that screws some other shit up.
Exactly.
And then now you're trying to correct that problem and you kind of hit that rabbit hole a little bit.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's a lot. I think we should take lunch before we continue. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm down.
I think so. Yeah.
should take the sweater off before we go.
Okay. I think we're good. You guys ready?
I don't even see screens on, brother.
Yeah, I turned them off because they're gonna be turned off when you start, bro.
I mean, I know the power buttons are at, but as long as you didn't turn off the strips, I think we're good money. I didn't even see you go down there. But
Okay.
To what?
Did Mac leave?
Oh. No, I need to say.
I think we need to go get the mic for locked in.
Oh, okay.
Well, they have power. I know that.
I might as well get one drink and then go home, or in my family house.
Do we have power, dude?
Is that just idle? And y'all sent Lucas home already?
Yeah, he went home.
Yo, Mac, did the security?
Just had a slip on your door.
Yeah, it's still.
Are you sure? Is the computer lights on?
Nah, we got power to the monitor.
I don't know. I'm honestly not surprised.
But
You get off at 6 or you get off after the game?
Do we have a picture of the locked in?
Some booze, but
So at that point,
I can see why Alex is having fun with this part.
come on, I know y'all wouldn't turn this. Oh wait.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the game. Like,
Oh, is he testing it?
Yeah.
I love this, bro.
Funny.
Yo, guys, help your boy. I'm not gonna be here, dude.
I see what you're doing.
Nah, fuck
I see what you're doing, and I'm not gonna let it affect.
Ryan's gonna get some fucking calls this time.
I'm turning my phone off, dude.
Your
So,
call has been forwarded to a voicemail.
Probably during your shift.
all right, you got one monitor on, dude. So how do you get the other monitors on?
Is he failing his test?
He got like a C.
Damn, Jermaine. I knew he wasn't good in school,
I
but
think we need to come up
Shit.
tonight with which one we're gonna do. Yeah, we need to deliberate in the group chat.
Yeah, what's up? Alright, let's do it.
Okay, so send a selfie.
Let's
or-
fucking do
or
it,
say-
man.
Did you hit the right button?
Instead of like being.
Yeah.
I just can't see.
Do I remember something about on
There you go.
is our
It's the
mortgage
second
still
one
through
down, so,
Prosperity?
yeah.
Did something change?
Alright.
There you go. So now it's on.
What changed to what?
Yep.
This
Okay,
is
my
the
dad just asked me if our
down.
mortgage.
So that monitor's on. So you're good. So now
Let's make sure you didn't go in the back.
Okay, stand by.
I didn't touch anything on the rack. So don't worry. I didn't made it pretty cool for you.
That's funny.
There you go.
That's hilarious.
On
This bad boy, we need 46 to be on, so that's great.
still.
Well, remember this is just the monitor, dude. So it's not 46 itself. So if it's just the monitor, how do you turn on the monitor?
Hey. I mean, the monitor is turned off in the back, the bike.
Hold on,
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm trying to do it backwards.
There you go. Nice
All
job,
right.
buddy.
Thanks, man.
Shit, 1 second.
Yeah, you just sit here and watch.
Damn it.
Alright, we should be getting
Who he
a
talking
picture
to?
here. Huh?
Okay, sorry, just
What you said?
Who you talking to? You?
Oh, I.
Probably got
Yeah.
something in the mail.
I don't know what the password is, but I'm gonna scan the QR code.
It's 130 prints.
I thought so.
Yeah,
I'll let
it's,
you type
I
that
kept it
in.
the same thing as everything
With the
else.
exclamation point?
Yes.
And I
Hey, that's too easy for the hackers to know.
Dude, if hackers take the system, like, I don't get to go work, so I think it's a win-win.
You should do my
Exclamation point 3 0 R exclamation point N C 3.
That's too much. That's I do have OBS, yeah.
Alright.
And then
Is
have
that your
trouble logging
password?
in every single day. Yeah.
Is that your password? I'm a sign it to your laptop next, bro.
Never 130 print.
I want to go ahead and grab Unreal.
I mean, now,
Let's get,
otherwise you're gonna not have a phone or anything when you get tomorrow and you have the same issues that you have to face. So you might as well.
project files not associated.
You can fix, click fix now. Basically, all it's saying is that like, and then you can hit yes. And all it's saying is that like any projects that are on a different drive, it detected them. Do you want them to be appear here?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to open
Can you make like
the
a
free
Google phone
files
call?
thing.
Uh huh.
You might be able to do that through, you know, you can make calls through Google Suite.
That's kind of all I want on this side.
I was
We're not even
tell them exactly what's going on.
Just put some
Tell them
bullshit.
sure you saying, dude, like, look, the phone's been charged for 25 minutes.
He thinks,
Can I come in?
He's
I
cooking.
have, you know, and how long would
He's
I
cooking,
expect
Chad?
it to take because I have, you know, I have to bring my dog.
Alright.
and everything.
I don't. What do you want me to open up?
So they should be like pretty.
I wanted you to load the style pod set.
Style pod?
Yeah.
Give it a try and let me know.
So
and I
you're
will
playing
call
a
you
lot of
back on
games.
Facebook.
That's 5, 6. That's
Yep.
testing. But I want to be in production.
Yeah. So where do you go to?
I'm gonna browse.
There you go.
And then we're gonna be in the D drive. I'm actually just gonna. Actually, when did we do that? 313. I'm gonna go the long route. I mean, you kind of have to pick, but I don't trust it. I just don't trust it. Are you still in the D drive?
Yeah, but remember, there's 2 Unreal directories, right?
That's the wrong one. So that's really funny. So that's not it. No, it's not. So it's render stream project 5.6. I want to be in production.
Yep.
I'm gonna double click that.
Nice job.
I'm gonna open it. Cool. Alright, so let that load up a little bit. I need to stop this because you already got the workload going. That's a little crazy. Let's stop the workload.
The workload going? I didn't know that.
No, you actually don't. It says start, so I guess it's not done. See, I know what you're doing, but like, I'm just not following. So essentially, before I even launch a session, right, I want to go
I'm so
ahead
sorry.
and launch content drawer, and I'm gonna launch V3.
All right.
Let's see what you fucked up on this. We're gonna close the content drawer.
Oddly enough, I actually didn't mess around with this one too much.
Okay. We're gonna launch a server.
Okay.
Okay. So we were on 21 last time. So we're gonna go ahead and let's just. I'm just gonna start new.
Do you remember what number we were on?
22 now.
Okay. Are you sure we're in the loft though?
Excuse me?
You said you.
Oh, I'm bugging out. So let's leave the session. No. Right. So what I want to do is actually, but what am I calling this? Style? What do you call these? Style? Can you style?
Yep.
Style. I can delete that under the language. And this is 22.
Yep.
Alright.
Nice.
So we're joining that session. And then I need to go ahead and make sure I haven't even made any changes yet, so I'm not even gonna sync shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna close that down. I'm in 5.6 render stream production is where I want to be.
Do we have a picture of last
He did a different track, which is absolutely insane.
I think this is the guy on the right
one
one.
that's actually supposed to be. I want to run this with
Yeah, sorry, that is. And he just gets a regular.
that. Looks correct.
I think he gets the leather swivel chair. Actually, do we give Wes this regular leather swivel chair, or do we give him a static chair?
We gave him the swivel.
This one is for the guests. Did we give him a swivel? Okay.
Yeah, we gave him a swivel. The guest one is correct.
23. What did that other one say? 20. Okay. All right. I'm gonna stop this.
Yep. Give me 1 sec too. I accidentally forgot to include
Oh,
something.
yeah, I was also
Oh,
looking at the.
you're adding stuff. Okay.
the-
all right.
Yeah.
Does you or Rashawn have to like approve them? Is that maybe what it is or no? 'Cause I
Well,
only see two now. The first one I got, and then the second one they said it was cut.
Okay, you're good now.
All right.
Yeah, that would have been last week. Because last week I did in 6 or 5.
All right.
Last week I did in 6-6. This week is ending
What you just
in
did.
6-12. So I just put yours in for last week. So that
Alright.
like earlier this week. So that
I'll
would be
touch my
cut
track.
today.
They usually end the day
To the right one.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing I gotta do.
I don't know. I've
first
never
and
gotten like a
foremost
freelance check here. But I've submitted y'all's on
is
Wednesday.
I need to go
So that
ahead
for
and-
for last week's, and now your one that you have in for 6/12 being ending today,
All right.
I'll batch and send it
And then.
so that you get it by the 9th.
But that's good. I gotta do it before Thursdays.
Yep.
You're saying? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's when they close EP payroll. But yeah, no, they get. I have to approve them. They come to me. I have to like change some coding on them, and then I reroute to the approver, who's myself, and then I reroute again, and then I go
Something
back
about that just
to the
don't
time
look
card
right.
thing, and I select your time card and his time card, and then there's like an actions tab. You create a batch, and then from there I just go to Slack and tag Katie in the EP payroll Slack channel and say studio operations
Outer
weekend at
inner.
this time batch is ready to go. Then she clicks, she likes it, and then she like processes the
Oh,
batch.
So everything on that end
It
is
should be
is
totally good. Are,
I might
is
be
one
looking too
late
deep
or is
into
one
this, but
missing?
fuck you.
One's missed,
So
one's late.
this is what I got
Backplate,
right
I don't
here.
even remember seeing one. It's a little odd to me.
Is oh damn.
Mesh mapping. 45, 46. Full usage 46. Stop. Okay. Hold on, give me a second.
I think you accidentally disabled something.
Right now, did I click something?
Yeah.
Oh.
See how your outer and inner are just one channel now?
Oh yeah, it's about 40.
46, right? So how do we fix that? So go.
Well, I gotta go and add another one back.
You could do that, or
Or
if you undo that real quick. So if you left click
this.
the second one, you have RX machines that has both of
Has
them
both,
automatically.
right?
Yeah.
That.
All right. What else do we need to do?
All right. With this, I mean, we gotta start it at some point. Outer, inner. This looks correct.
Yep.
This doesn't have 45.
That's fine. That's normal.
Okay.
And you have a multi-user session now, right? So
So I need to go ahead and make sure that I have the correct, machines.
yeah. So where would we check that?
So to check that, I actually need to go to. Don't tell me. I need to stay in
Yep, you're right. You need to stay there. You don't need to go anywhere.
So this is my direct deposit is set up. Right, we can- And then. Oh, this is real. Oh,
You're getting warmer, but it's not in those two. It's the one above that.
Yeah, one just showed
Yep.
up. It was 5:31
Yep.
to 6:06.
Yeah, that's last week's.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that just hit your direct deposit?
Well, I see it here now. Before it was only two.
Okay.
So this, I received this one. I just didn't get
Yeah.
this one. 524 to 530.
Did you get that one?
Yeah.
That predates the other one.
Yeah. Like it was showing up here. Like only these two literally
Yeah.
right now. I refreshed.
Are you
it,
sure?
And then this one just showed up. When I just signed back in.
So are we still thinking that maybe the secondary one got mailed because you didn't have direct deposit confirmed
Okay.
by the time
Feel
the
good?
check was cut?
Possibly because I I had missed the deadline for the first week because I was like only half time here. And then the following week I submitted both.
Okay.
So that I essentially should have got both those checks
Yeah.
that following week,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I expected to happen.
Yeah, so I got one on like that Monday, and then I'm like, oh, maybe it's the later check, or like the check from last week, maybe it's later on this week,
And you haven't gotten it
and I
all.
haven't gotten it, yeah.
Okay, if when you get back to your place and it's not in the mail by Monday, then I need to talk to Katie and figure out what's going on with that, because
and I think that is
they can, even if it were in the mail and you still haven't gotten it, they can void that check and reissue it to go to direct deposit, so that next week when you got paid, you would get two checks.
Okay, alright, nice.
Hopefully, it's just in your mailbox, but if it's not by Monday, I'll have them void the check and reroute it to your direct deposit.
Alright, so it's yeah, because I checked.
You did everything you were supposed to do.
Yeah, and then after checking my mail, because I was like, if this one showed up, then the other one should be popping in there, and I have like.
Should have come. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't just put it all into one check and give you that balance. So yeah, like I said,
So,
let me know.
go to your-
If you get
go to your
home tonight,
layer
just
again.
shoot me a text. If you find
What do
it,
you
if
notice
not,
that's
you can
different
send
here?
the mail. If not, then I'll have Katie void that one and then rush order. Because I'll explain like, you out of here?
See ya.
I'm gonna see if I can go home.
Good. Have a great
So
weekend.
it's not going to be in any of these sub-menus.
What I
It's
can
just
do
in
is
this
be like,
menu
He never
overall.
received this check.
What the hell is this?
He got his first one
Ah,
paper.
what's that?
The second one we were anticipating being paper because he had to wait for in order
There you
to
go.
confirm
Nice.
his direct deposit. He just got his direct deposit for last week, but he still is missing a check from this pay period. So rush order,
I want to make sure I have the right origin.
void it and expedite the payment to his direct deposit. She can do that usually within like 24 hours.
Oh, nice. And then I'll check. I just see that check on there. I'm not sure if it hit my bank yet.
But it's showing through your portal that it's been processed.
Yeah.
It should hit like same day.
Yeah, I'll let you know with both of those.
Yeah, what I meant to do. I gotta go
Okay.
back.
Cool.
And it also says direct deposit up here, no.
Really?
But,
What are you trying to look
but
for?
I have
Yes,
it
I did,
here.
but I
Complex
just got
direct
it.
deposit.
You're good.
Okay, cool. I just
Yet
think
to
this is the
receive
wrong-
anything.
Yeah, nothing.
Wrong origin. Okay. Well, you have this open layer here.
They're like,
that I
give you
made for you. So if you
instructions,
click
follow
that,
the instructions, but it still doesn't work.
And
We'll have to follow up with Katie. Well,
Yeah.
also I want to know if the direct deposit, the check that's showing that on your portal for direct deposit, if that actually hits your
I think it's
account.
fine. You're on 01,
Yeah, because
right?
I have it here to my BOA, my Bank of
Yeah.
America. It says previously
And then
connected.
this is not part of the
So
test,
you're
but
actually
if they
seeing
ever
that now
wanted
through
you to like
EP
adjust
portal
the
that you do have your
origin,
banking information
just do it
for
through your
direct
okay, so
deposit.
it's your
Yeah,
location,
That's good.
I'm
right?
double checking this to make sure.
And if they're like, we want you to move it, you can like move it this way, okay? Yeah. So that's like
make sure
one
that
on
you
Monday.
know
I'll show
for
you.
sure,
Like this is
because
not
the
part of the
last thing
test.
we're
It's
gonna
just
do is
like
fuck around and
No,
I
no,
make sure
no,
you
of course.
how to actually change
And
origin
like,
and stuff, right?
it's alright, I'm out
Okay,
now. Like,
cool.
I'm not hurting right now.
Great, so
but
you have the
I definitely
project
want
up,
to go,
but
like,
does that
4 or
look right?
5 weeks, and then I'm like, alright,
I'm working
What's wrong with it?
Yeah.
It doesn't look right.
Exactly.
It's a loaded question, brother.
Damn.
Doesn't
But I
look
appreciate
right.
you.
Of course, bro. I mean, probably look a little.
Oh, that wall looks awfully blue now. What's going on there?
I see what's going on. Alright, right. So maybe this is not the right.
I'm gonna
gonna go across the street and grab the tabletop mic stand and lock up over there.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I think this is like an hour ago. So that's because it's on the calibrated camera, no?
Well, why don't we take a look in the scene? Like, does the scene look pretty much, oh, sorry. There you go. So that looks all good, right? So if it's not in the scene and these two are different, what does that tell you? And if this looks okay, where do you think the color issue comes from? If it's not in disguise and it's not here, what would it be on?
It has to be the wall, no?
Yeah, so where do you control the wall?
Well, the wall is actually getting controlled from 46, no?
From the control PC.
Right.
So now you have the processors on. So let's take a look, right? Have you gone through this at all yet?
No,
Okay.
but I'm gonna figure it out.
You're good, I'll help you out. So, this is the processor where we control the wall, right? Earlier, I was testing to see if you noticed your blackouts are actually reversed. So if you had this on, it would be black. That's because I manually set it here. See? So you have multiple blackout settings. You know? But let's see here. Yeah, that's the other one. So you have 3 processors. Why do we have 3?
We got 3 walls.
Exactly.
We got 3 screens.
Exactly, right? So let's take a look. Let's see. What's this? We have locked in.
Yeah, that's not even the right color profile. This is definitely not the right color calibration.
Exactly.
We gotta
So
find the one for style.
right. So this one says Cal. So I think that's the right one. So why don't you double click that? There we go. Now it looks fine, right? So if you look at the here,
Right.
doesn't that?
That looks right.
That looks right.
That looks better.
Yeah, that looks good. So let's go check the other ones. Make sure that we
Okay.
also put the right one.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright. So you can leave that as is.
Yep.
Okay. Now we gotta get this doohickey into the session, though.
We do, but why is it not in the session?
Well, one, because we must have did some bullshit. So let me get out of this head configuration, which I low-key just forgot how to do because it's been a while. I don't want to see that per se.
No. So where would we go to change or to look at our session settings and whatnot?
So that for our session, no, those are like that's like our device. You know what? Hold on.
So you want to change stuff in your render stream, right? So there you go.
We want to make sure we go into our workflow.
Yep.
And okay, what we need to do is this is the part where I think I kind of missed a little bit earlier, but I'm gonna try to figure it out. So just trying to use my context clues. We 56. This is good.
Yeah. That's all good too.
That's all good.
That's all good. So what menu out of the 3 have you not selected so far?
You know,
So you've checked this one. You've checked that one.
I checked the configure settings.
Did you check the asset menu?
Let's see.
All right. So you're on the right project, right? So left click's good. And then let's check the right click.
Let's see.
Let's go check our Unreal Engine multi-user session settings. So this one right here. Okay, right click, I think? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Anything fishy about here?
Well, it's not even an underscore for one.
Yep.
so
Yep.
that's,
So, but there's something else that's incorrect about that. Can you see it?
Also, the other thing is we didn't even have is engine animation, Unreal DC tab. Well, we need to have studio editor. Yeah, that's actually the session name, so that's right. Well, I don't know about those fucking.
So I'll give you a hint. You have the right things typed in, but they were going to the wrong places.
Oh yeah, let's see. The hostess A.
Yeah, there you go. So that's actually something that I've done to myself since I've been here.
For real?
Exactly. So that's a very real gotcha. So just make sure And then don't forget the dashes on Studio Editor A. There you go. So now if you go hit dash.
What's going on, man?
How goes it?
How you feeling?
Cool, do some late night training.
So yeah.
Getting tested right now.
Nice.
All right. So we've changed it. So now we got to go reenact those changes. So what are we gonna do?
I'm gonna go ahead and just stop this dude.
There you go. Yep.
All right, homies. Y'all have a good weekend.
All right,
too,
man.
man.
You have a good one too.
Yep.
For sure.
Thanks for everything, bro.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
Yep. You're out next
All
week,
right,
right?
I'm out.
Early?
I'm out after Tuesday.
Appreciate
So yeah.
Peace, man.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend, bro.
You too. So be good. Catch y'all Monday.
All right, now.
All right. So you stopped it, and now we gotta start it.
I still gotta get my board session. So let's run it. All right.
Beautiful, dude. You got it. That's everything.
Are you shitting me?
Where's he at? Call Mark in.
Call him.
Nice job, buddy.
Thanks, man.
How much shit did you fuck up in there?
I had like 10 items that I did. 10 things that I intentionally. It's funny. I put like a bunch of like bullshit ones too. I put like shitty track like
Bro.
2.6 instead of like the real
He
style
did.
podcast. And I'm like, nice. Good thing you read, dude.
I'm paying attention in these sessions, man. I'm trying.
So, a couple other things I do want to also show you.
Okay.
When you guys come in, these will be blacked out, right?
Okay.
So, in order to get the color to be right, you do need to warm the walls just a smidge bit, right? So what I typically like to do is when I turn these on, I'll make sure the pattern is on white for all of these.
Okay.
Yes, that's good. And then this is also good.
Elevator's down at fucking Rooster.
Is it really?
It's stuck.
Dude, it's really muggy out. This guy just collapsed right in front of me and Destiny. Like a young dude. He's sitting in front of, or standing in front of where we go up at Wooster. And the next thing I see is he just like falls down, slams, and then is like fucking like shaking a little bit. maybe
Like a
with some-
seizure?
Like I think he's had heat exhaustion,
Yeah,
dead ass,
damn,
because
yeah.
I grabbed him and this other woman came over and was like checking on him and he just wanted to stand up really quick. I was like, bro, just stay
Like,
down
just-
for a
yeah,
second.
yeah,
I was like, just stand
seriously.
up slowly. And he, you know how people get, he's like, no, I'm okay. He was all embarrassed and shit.
It's like, nah.
I was like, bro, are you feeling okay? Did you hit your head on the way down? He's like, no, he's like, yesterday I had heat exhaustion. I think it's like the same thing. He's like, I don't know what just happened.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, bro. And then they're like, can we get him some water? And like, they were like, we're just gonna bring him upstairs. He's going up to Wooster to some floor, and the best thing is like the elevator's out.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck, like. So the lady from like Chanel went in and got him some water.
Damn.
It's that nasty. That's why I was like, that's low-key dangerous.
Like he
outside.
couldn't
Yeah.
have been older than me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? It was sketch because he's like looking like, you know, he's like
Yeah,
waking
like-
back up. I was like, bro, fuck. And then somebody's like, yo, we should call 911. And then I was just like, he's like, no, I'm good. Like shrugging people off. Okay.
Nah, bro. Like, heat exhaustion is no joke.
It really
No,
isn't.
especially nobody's
Especially if you're
around.
dehydrated too.
Yeah, that's what people were like, dude, you need to drink some water before you do anything.
Yeah, so what I was saying is like typically when you guys come in, these are like blacked out, right? So in order to get the right color, you do need to warm this up at least like for 30 minutes to an hour.
Sure.
So I usually like to keep it on white, and then what you can do is if you hit edit, there's this heat map. And if it's orange,
yeah.
you're in a good spot.
Okay.
The floor tends to be a little bit cooler. So if I go to the floor and I show you, you can see that parts of it are like a little bit purple.
Right.
So if it's like right here, you definitely want to leave that going so that it gets a little bit warmer here, right?
Is there any part where it's too much?
If it gets to white, you definitely don't want that. But if it gets there, chances are that the wall will actually flip a breaker before you get there. If that ever happens, which it shouldn't, just go to the electrical boxes over there and see if you could find any breakers that have flipped. Or sometimes you can snag your arm. You see how there's a cord sticking out? That's a power cord. So you can try to like jostle it and see if that'll bring it back to life. But the breakers are in like here, just so you guys are
to
aware.
the right?
Yeah, so everything will be in this breaker right here. And so here's where you'll find if any breakers have like flipped, right?
Okay.
So, like I said, it shouldn't happen because we're running the wall pretty low, but if it does, you know.
Good thing to know.
Yep. And let's see if I'm remembering anything else. Oh,
fuck.
oh, you good? Sorry, my bad. And then QR code. Don't forget if there's anything, because I really will have my phone off. I'm gonna try not answer any calls. Obviously, if there's like an emergency, text me and I'll see what I can do. But if for whatever reason like you need help, that QR code is your best friend because it will lead you to the Notion, which is basically this website that I've made. And this covers mostly everything. So it has our standard operating procedures. So Jared, this actually be good for you to catch up on. Shows you kind of like what it's like to go from like power on all the way to like the shutdown and blackout.
Is this something I can access on my own computer, or it's only local here?
You could scan this QR code. It'll take you there.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. That's kind of how I like to do research anyways, is kind of just sit there and...
All your Unreal stuff for you is going to be in here. So where it says like for designers, the style sheet, best practices. Yeah, it's because it's free. I don't have a... I've been trying to get Mark to purchase like a premium one, but he won't budge, so I have this free one. So over here it'll say 3D best practices and procedures, you know, standard operating procedures, and then if you go here, here's where we'll talk a lot about like Unreal stuff, right? So here's like some general like lighting tips, for instance. So use that. It will show, in case like you're wondering like where things are, that'll be in the style sheet. So it'll be like, here it'll talk about like what the name of the projects are, which folder it's in, and then like where to find certain folders in this area, right? Okay. Yeah, so this is like your best resource. And then the other thing I would say is we still have a Slack with the Skies. Right. I'm signed in on the Slack. So if you ever need to like reach out to the Skies for anything, especially if it's a Disguise issue, use this. So definitely type into here, just tell them, hey, this is like so-and-so from here, Ryan's not away. We need some assistance on this. This is your best bet. Yeah, yeah.
I passed?
You passed. I think you're good.
Hey! Hey!
So now you got to teach Mac.
It's about to start pouring rain, boys.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Oh, is it? Fuck.
Wow, thank you, Ryan. That's actually very informative.
It's also like
of course,
good
man.
work in
I'm
no, it's a different
going to, even if I don't have the recording, I'm going to try to do it on Monday again without it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I want to be able to get a copy. I have to do something for Jamelia. It's not going to be today. She's going to have to just wait. Because I'll do that.
Yeah, no, I hear you, dude.
Yeah, I'm not doing that right now. But yeah, I want to try to do it.
You're here all day Monday, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm going to try and leave, because I have a 6 a.m. flight the next day, so I kind of want to get out
sir.
a little bit earlier.
You should get out earlier, though. Your vacation starts the moment you step foot out of here on Monday, so...
I appreciate it. I was just telling the guys, I'm going to have my phone off, so like, if...
Bro, you should, yeah.
Yeah.
If there's like a serious technical emergency that we can't mitigate with his knowledge and with Disguise and whatever, then I'll probably fucking like email you and be like, bro, SOS. I'll fucking call,
please.
I'll call Unreal Fest and have you page to the courtesy.
Listen, man, I'm gonna try to hold it down.
Hopefully it doesn't get there.
No, I think we'll be just fine.
Why come Mark in there for that?
Yeah. Well, now you're gonna show him everything on Monday when he comes back in. You know, don't do it. Don't you do it?
Well, also like,
Charging that? That's mine.
also prove
That's
him
your
wrong,
personal?
right? Like,
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Nah, just the cable.
No, yeah. Take the.